Right? I should move back in the camera because, right, new cameras.
Well, no,
Hey,
your
everyone.
camera didn't change.
Well, yeah, but I used to be able to sit here and be in frame, and now
Oh,
I
yeah.
do that.
No. Now you have to actually kind of show up.
Yeah, but you know how Callahan keeps trying to grope me. He's doing it at work now, too.
Yeah, well.
This right.
I know we're late, Magpie. We were going to be on time, and then the top-down camera decided it was just going to make everything super dark, and I don't know why or how it did what it did.
On the plus side, the pre-show is exceptional. And I'm going to give heavy credit to me doing some heavy lifting on that one.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, you had some great stuff.
In my defense, I spent most of pre-show standing on the table.
You did. But you didn't interrupt the story, so I'm going to give you credit.
Yeah, not breaking the flow.
Best participation trophy ever.
Plus, you know, I got to check another thing off my list. How many chances do you get to pull off a mutiny nowadays?
That is actually kind of impressive.
Right? I was like, that's what that's ever get crossed off, because I'm not going to be on a ship. Not mutiny, we're good.
I love your bucket list, but it also concerns me.
I mean, I honestly thought Molotoving a police car would be much more likely to happen before coming a mutiny, and yet here we are, so... It just shows you, life will throw you a curveball.
Well, as we sprint toward Mad Max times.
Just remember, if you wanted to burn like napalm, you need styrofoam. If you want to break through the gaps in a barrier, go without. Won't be as effective, but you will get someone behind it.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it looks like the only place nearby where you can legally hit people with fake swords is up in there.
Yeah, I think I saw one of the names.
I would not be surprised.
Yep.
I'm sure there's...
I don't know. I wonder if we're hitting a business opportunity here we should be thinking about, because,
it's actually... That sort of thing is actually surprisingly common.
Open up, Curly! This is a raid!
Raid? Curly?
It's a raid.
Hell yeah.
what's up, Tribs? We're having
Hello,
a gig,
Tribbles,
too.
hello, Raiders. Welcome to you all.
Welcome in.
So how-
Chicken Warrior.
So how is Trib's community? Do I need to stop talking about cannibalism and mutinies
No,
now?
no, no. Community's cool.
Oh, they're our type of people.
Yeah, they're
wonderful. Wonderful. Oh, and sociopaths. Can't forget about sociopaths.
Very important.
Look, at least you're on a path.
And it's very social.
I don't think that word means what you think it means.
I mean, it does. It's just not great for everyone else there with me. Technically correct. The best type of correct right
Now,
there.
note I didn't argue with you.
Because I was accurate.
Indeed.
Hey, everybody. Long time no see.
Thank you, Mad Claw, for getting that shout out.
Ooh, yeah. Tribs is awesome.
Cribs is awesome.
Indeed.
And she's even forgiven me for being her heroin dealer at this point.
Aww.
Heroin being Stardew Valley. Just to make that clear since we're on camera. And
Yeah.
this type of stuff tends to get used against me.
I'm gonna be honest, I could have genuinely believed it.
That says more about, and that's,
I just love that that's still a perception of me by people who've just met me and have known me for years. After 2 decades, that's still how I come off, and that makes me happy. I'm doing something right.
Honestly, dealing drugs would be like maybe 12th spot on like the craziest shit that you've done and have actively told me about. And frankly, the only one on there that would be illegal. Most of your crazy shit is entirely legal. And way crazier than
Ish.
selling heroin.
Ish. That ish is very important, especially if you're counting the going away party in Alaska. Although the worst part of that was not my fault.
I mean, I'm certain there are plenty of things that you haven't told me about.
One of
you play as a Smith. Have I tried Fields of Mystery yet? By you, I assume.
Oh, I am looking forward to that. It's kind of top of my list.
Christ, Tribs.
The trip. What?
She just put her Stardew hour count in the chat. It has 4 figures, and the first one is not 1.
I was gonna say, well, that plenty of us do that until you said that it wasn't 1, because it was only a few months ago that she passed me on like 1,200, which in 1/3 the year, so it's very impressive.
Her current score in hours played is currently equal to my top 5. That is insane.
The number she put in chat was 2,336.
And that means I have given Tribbles the best gift she has ever gotten.
You know what?
Because per hour of entertainment,
the return on investment's got to be insane.
Well,
man, I got on sale, so yeah, took care of her. Man, look at all that joy I provided.
I'm also gonna put this in chat just so that we've got it there ready to go.
If only being a good person was that easy.
if only.
If only. Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm not familiar with Fantasy Biscuit. What is it?
Okay, so it's like kind of a new cozy farm sim
Out
games,
there across 3 platforms.
but a
That's fair.
lot of them are diving into stuff like magic or having kind of more RPG-ish elements. And this was a really, really good looking one. Like, it got a lot of really positive reviews. It's one that I was kind of excited about. So, like, I'm looking forward to it because, let's see, last one I liked Sunhaven quite a bit, and they went really hard into the magic and creatures. But I almost kind of felt like they didn't pull their 4 worlds together, so it almost felt like 4 games in one versus one larger world where everything intertwined, and I think they kind of missed the boat. So it was like each part was an A+, but then you brought the whole game together, and it was like an A-.
A little less than the sum of the
Yeah.
parts. I see what you're saying.
And it's still one of the better farm sim games that's been out there in the past 10 years, but there was just something that didn't quite click. You could tell there was potential left on the table.
Yeah.
Fields of Mystery is like, there's never going to be a Stardew replacement.
Yeah.
But you're looking for those S tier that come right up to it, and that's a really good candy for one of them that pulls it off.
Fair enough.
There we
So, my favorite currently is probably Coral Island, as a farm sim that really does it well. Like, when you have 70 characters in a village in a game, and they all have distinct personalities, and you like most of them, that's really hard to pull off.
That's
Yeah.
actually kind of impressive.
Their mining could use a little bit of tweaking, but other than that, it's a great game.
Interesting.
Indeed, we have a Shane. Welcome in that site.
We do have
there's
a
that
Shane.
Pokemon in the chat.
Where the fuck is Kali?
And it's 28 after. He probably got stuck on a call.
Gross.
Yeah, it's cool. We started a little late because we wanted to make sure we had 3 people for pre-show, so which we did, which is why we were late as well. We wanted to make sure that you wonderful patrons at the $5 level were getting your pre-show goodness, especially since we have Shane for a little bit.
Ooh, I'm gonna make fun of Callahan before he gets here.
Oh, please.
I can do your job, it's so easy. 3 weeks later, why aren't I bonusing? Ugh! It's the system, not me. Also, it's really funny because you thought you'd come in and be one of the weirdest ones.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, I literally said I found my people.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that should have been a tip.
Like right there. Like, after 3 weeks, he's like, you know, I thought I really potentially was messing with HR when I did that elevator thing. I was like, nah.
Ooh, get you a shiny.
He's like, I can push this way further and not be in trouble. I was like, yeah. Did you not hear how it's an open secret that I broke my nose racing chairs with my colleague when they redid the other section
I
of
think
the...
that's an open secret. It's just like...
Yeah. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful best friend Katie who narked me out.
Uncool. That was an uncool move.
I mean, fairness, and I hate when my own words get used against me. Quote, but it was really, really funny. And with the way I've lived my life, how the fuck am I supposed to argue back against that?
I mean, yeah, it's a.
I
very
understand,
unbeatable.
but when it comes to secrets,
Well, in fairness, she's just who I can trace it back to, because she told Lexi, and then Lexi and Katie talked about it and got overheard, and then it got back to my TL, who asked me if I had a broken nose, and I said, you can't prove anything. He said, your glasses are crooked, and they were my old ones, which meant you could see these, on my old ones, like where these things are.
Yeah.
They were covering up 2 distinctive black spots where I clearly broke my nose. So when they were tilted, you could tell that I had dust in my nose. But if they were on just right, they were fine. And I was like,
Congrats, Chicken, on completing your first Pokedex. That is awesome. Which one did you finish? And I'm gonna get the curtain for those on the other side here while you guys are chatting.
I mean, I will say, it sounds like narking on you for breaking your nose was, in fact, very fucking funny.
It was very fun.
It was very funny. And in fairness, that was a hell of a splat. And she was super concerned at the time. Like, came over, had an ice pack and everything for the swelling, made sure I was okay, but, you know. And we didn't know I broke my nose immediately.
Yeah.
We just knew, fuck, that was a wipeout. Also found out, the floor, not wood, concrete. Very much concrete.
It's kind of impressive when you guys are on the third floor.
Very much concrete.
Ha!
I know concrete under 1/16 inch carpet when I face planted into it.
In fairness, concrete is very distinct like that. It
is.
It is unyielding like any other material. But you got those nice little pebbled ridges to let you know just how badly you've screwed up.
Yeah, I had skin knees and I had blue jeans on.
That is impressive.
Look, I might be a big guy, but I can sprint short distances. And those chairs.
Oh, yeah,
had
that's
wheels.
how inertia
Yeah.
works.
Physics, my mortal enemy. We meet again.
Sometimes it's nice to be a bison. Sometimes you drag your face for 5 solid feet across the ground.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. It is what it is.
But I can say I'm the all-time chair racing champion because
Yeah,
they're never going to redo that office.
Softball.
Actually, because of rumors, JP did address that. Something about responsible use of office equipment.
I see.
Softball.
Yeah.
That is what that sounds like.
It's like Co all over again, where everyone looks at me because they know I did it, except this time I actually did do it. Unlike Co, where that fire was not started by me. Which, yeah, I'm surprised too, but it wasn't.
I mean, I can't blame them for trying to pin it on you.
Yeah,
It was a natural fit, yeah. It was something I would do.
Oh, by the way, Deadside, since you're in chat, how are we sounding tonight? Since I know sound was a little screwed last week, I want to make sure that we got things dialed in nicely.
And I am going to go get a little bit of food, and I'll be right back as we wait for the old man.
If anyone here plays No Man's Sky on PC, there's a new DLC on Steam that is free right now.
Ooh! I do play that on PC. I might have to have a look at that one.
It is sounding better, most excellent. I thought it would. I spent some time kind of tweaking things. Good to know it kind of would.
Indeed.
You know, if the cameras would just quit being little jerks when I try to do things. Although hopefully I don't have to move any cameras for the foreseeable future, except that one in the corner because it gets raised periodically just so that people don't have to fight around it around the corner.
Yeah, whacking into the equipment is not entirely uncommon and very bad for the equipment.
Yeah, I mean, it's in a much more obvious place now.
Oh, yeah.
Like, if you hit it, it's your fault. And the other camera is actually just completely out of the way. It's just kind of nestled up on top of the bookshelf, which is convenient.
Yeah, no, that thing's positioned spectacular.
They have to consult. I will either have to consult with an electrician about getting a ground set up for the grid, or just get a nice humidifier to combat the static.
Yeah.
Open to either direction. One is more expensive in the short term, but less work in the long. The other is likely less expensive, but more maintenance work. So I'm told. DLC is just a special ship, but it is a very cool ship.
I mean, free is free.
I'm here for the gaming hot tips. Like, I don't play No Man's Sky, but I will always support the news of things going on. Also, speaking of gaming things, Humble Bundle is doing a 12 days of bundles where they are bringing back their 12 most popular bundles over the course of this year. They're doing a new one each day. If you have not been by their site, you should have a look at that if you think you might have missed something cool this year.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I know the Metroidvania bundle is the one they dropped today.
Lexi and I are kind of excited because we finally got Katie back into gaming as she asked about Steam and got a Switch from her mom. So like, good gaming.
Well, and the nice thing is if she does really get into Steam, Steam decks are pretty awesome as it happens.
Everything I've heard has been pretty positive.
I have one on hand now, so it's pretty slick. I haven't spent a ton of time with it, but
Now all we need is 20 acres of wooded land where we can go build medieval weapons and film it. I'm working on it. My credit's not great yet.
I
Come on,
have
Wickstock, keep
access
going up.
to land, but not necessarily wood. But that would still work because it's in the middle of nowhere.
Do they care what we do with said land?
No. As long as we don't do it in the farmland portion.
Wait, so they can hear?
Yes.
Evil hand rub of contemplation.
Yes. You also had a chance to try the ROG Ally. And yes, Patrons Night is also tomorrow. Good point, that site. That was on my list of things to remind people about, but the last Patrons Night of the year is tomorrow. I'm very excited. I don't know what we're going to play, but we have a good group and lots of good options kicking around.
It's always a good time.
I love you guys, but company party and its Renaissance theme. I'm gonna go pick a fight with a knight.
I'd be disappointed if you didn't.
When do you get these opportunities?
Yeah. Yeah, no,
Now
I
I'm
think
kind of like, is your company party offer plus what? Because picking a fight with a knight seems pretty...
They do, I just didn't realize they didn't have to be significant others until, like, after the time thing shut.
I mean,
I'm badly disappointed in you denying one of us the opportunity to either challenge a knight or serve as your squire.
I mean, do you need a sword? I have spares.
I have a sword too. Like, we have options.
Dual wielding.
I'm going to make you compete for my +1 slot next year. This is great content.
I am not opposed to this plan.
Yes.
No, it's
With
good.
the caveat that the winner has to film or picture take as appropriate.
You know what the
Agreed.
best part about this is? So I'm serious. Watch, Fate's gonna intervene, and I'm gonna have my first girlfriend in like 10 years, and I'm gonna have to explain to her why she's not my +1 at the company Christmas party.
Yeah, I can see it.
In fairness,
Or she'll have to compete. Don't go easy on her. She has to prove she's worthy.
yeah, obviously, you've played enough games with me. You know that I am equally a jerk to everybody.
I mean, any woman you get with, I genuinely don't think that I'd be able to trust and not kick the shit out of me, so...
I mean, it's fair. That's why I was crushing on. Good. Took pride in the fact she could wrestle any guy her weight, so.
In fairness, that is actually a pretty impressive accomplishment.
Yeah, well,
I mean,
you met her. She's feisty.
like, boxing is one thing, wrestling, that is very much it.
I regret that I did not get to play more board games on Saturday, but I will have my chance again.
New Year's Eve?
New Year's Eve.
New Year's Eve. Oh, by the way, Nate, we're having board games New Year's Eve.
Good to know.
We're not streaming. We're just doing a local gathering to play board games and hang out, and it will be awesome.
Actually, that's good to know, because I'm going to be at my parents' for the weekend after Christmas. So that, I don't know, that might line up with me just coming back into town that day.
There you go.
'Cause we got
Yeah,
to
but it's
play
been an
some
extra
King
day,
of Tokyo. We played the nuttiest game of King of Tokyo I think I've ever seen.
That was insane.
We had a six-player game where basically Nathan was being an asshole and just racing up the point track and the powers track in King of Tokyo Dark.
I wasn't trying.
And
I was real good at rolling around.
I wandered into the city, stuck it out, and then hit everybody for 5. Callahan bailed out of the city and Shane went in there. And then I went and I hit everybody for 5 again and killed 3 people.
No. You seriously wounded 3.
Alright, I wounded 3 and Shane cleaned up the damage.
And killed 3 in 1 turn.
It was really cool.
Just fucking turbo blender.
And then PJ and Shane had powers that basically meant they were a team against me, and Shane was unkillable basically, and he was kind of the linchpin of that.
Because I even had a zombie card where if they somehow killed me, I'd come back with more life.
And I'm just sitting there going, okay, I think I have possible outs that I can play to, but I need another turn or 2 and a lot of good luck, and it just was not meant to be.
No.
At that point, the dice let me start killing again.
But man, that game was cracked.
I only played ink and gold. Those pyramids are mean.
Those pyramids are good. They're
so ordinarily I would be all over Pokemon Pocket trading card game match, but the problem with it is the top tier meta for that game is craptastic. Like, it's literally play as many things that draw you cards as possible and basically do that until you win. It's not, they need to deal with that before I'll even entertain looking at it. Like, it sounded interesting, and then I was like, okay, what's the meta look like? And it's like, it's a bunch of Meowths and Waltzes and other nonsense, and you're basically drawing cards until you get to the things that deal unblockable damage to anything, and speedrunning the game. And I'm like, I don't want that.
That does in fact sound a little bit rough.
Energy acceleration is the meta? That's not what I saw recently. Maybe that's changed since I last checked in on the meta. If energy acceleration is less obnoxious, because that's just resource management.
See, this is why Callahan can never be Dracula. He forgets to get up and
I know,
kill that
right?
cough.
Like, we're here, we're ready to play some Sushi Go.
Yeah.
I got the cameras all nice and pretty, I got our sound tuned. So I guess while we're hanging out, I did take a look at a couple other games. Although I suspect next week would probably be a good time to try for Fury of Dracula, theoretically. Because it'll be our last Thursday stream of the year.
Yeah.
But I did take a look at Behexed. It's a deck builder, but it's kind of baby's first deck builder. So you don't actually have to be good at deck building or really know anything about the genre to be good at Behexed. So I'm actually pretty excited to break that out, because I was worried about how complicated it was.
I shall have hope.
But basically, everybody picks
That's how he gets you.
everybody picks a character. You have a 10-card deck that is tailored to a specific type of playstyle. And then you can choose to spend willpower to buy cards that you can play instead of playing a card from your hand. And then the card you buy goes into your discard pile. So when your discard pile empties out, you shuffle it back into your deck. Kind of like what you would do with pirates. It's kind of neat. Like, it seems pretty sweet, and they also have some expansions, so as you get more familiar with the game, you start cracking open things and going into more features. It's not a living game, it's just specifically designed for you to kind of unwrap the game one bit at a time so it doesn't get overwhelming, which is actually really fucking clever.
That sounds real good.
And then I was also looking at Warlord chess, because I know Shane is very good at chess, but 4-player chess seems like our brand of chaos. Don't worry, there is a cap of 40 rounds around the table. So you can't just stall it out. But very cool. The two main things are, you've got the 4 center spaces. If you put a pawn, king, or knight there, if they start their turn there, they can start their move from any of the 4 center spaces. And there's also, back at your home base corner of the board, you have little shortcuts you can use to cut through your castle, basically. but the rook, bishop, and queen can just move through them. And then you score points at the end of the game based on how many pieces you captured, and each piece is worth a different amount of points. It's pretty sweet.
Very
It was a little more than I had the spoons for, because this week has been hella busy.
fair.
But
That's
both look pretty sweet.
It's been a weird week at work where I've worked, been in training, and then been training people in training. Which is a weird shift.
That is
wonderful.
wild. Okay, that is very different from the meta I was looking at, Madclaw. I might give that a closer look now.
So how's it feel to be wrong?
No, I wasn't wrong. It was the meta when I looked at it. But metas change, and Pokemon Pocket is a relatively new app.
Oh god, Wei insulted you when you Madclaw told you something. I've seen how often he's wrong during our RPGs. Yeah, well, that's what I get for opening my mouth.
Apparently he thinks it's dumb meta. So at least there's that.
Okay, so I was not even 100% wrong in the fact that... Yeah, okay. So the meta has changed, it's just dumb in a different way. Got it. Yeah, I'm not... It is tempting, like, I helped a buddy of mine open some electronic packs while we were sitting there waiting for our Commander game to finish last night. Because I got knocked out on turn 5, and he conceded because he needed to go take care of something real quick. And so we were just sitting there waiting for the other 2 players to finish out, so we were just cracking digital packs on Pokemon Pocket. I had the magic touch apparently. I was opening way better cards than Riley was.
Yes, excellent.
Like, here's this Dragonite. Here's this Ditto. And he opens it, he's like, that's a Dragonair. Well, you need that to play Dragonite. I already had Dragonite. Oh, I don't know what to tell you, my dude. Ashu!
Sucks to suck.
Welcome in, Board Game Bard. Nice to meet you.
Hello.
Welcome in. We're just waiting on our 4th to get here, and we're going to play some Sushi Go. How are you doing?
And the
Hope your
4th is
birthday
an old
treat,
man,
right?
so he's taking a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, something must have happened. I don't
Sure
know.
seems that
Oh,
way.
I need to check, so...
He's gonna jump into Discord and Callahan's gonna have a message in admin saying he's not coming.
Oh, that would make me unhappy. Doing
I
great,
don't
awesome,
see
glad
why
to hear it.
Yet, so we'll see.
You know what? I have Discord open. And accidentally. He's stuck on it. Okay. And that was 20 minutes ago.
Yeah.
So,
Wait, what's he still doing at 7:28?
he's stuck on a call.
Doesn't he get done at 7?
Yeah.
Boy, he really sucks to suck.
He getting fucked though.
Is Sushi Go a regular game? We have played it a lot, but this is the first time we've played it probably this year, actually. We've actually been rotating through games quite a bit this year.
Yeah, I don't think that we've. I think there might have been like one that we repeated.
We repeated Horrible Hex because we played it wrong the first time. But I think that's the only one we've repeated all year.
Yeah, otherwise, there's just been new stuff hitting the table constantly.
We've been working through my Gen Con haul and a little bit of Phil's Gen Con haul, and we had a bunch of games that hadn't hit the table yet, and a bunch more that still haven't hit the table.
Well, Sushi Go is one of our go-tos. It's just a fun one to bring out for a small group.
Yeah.
Alright, so what are your top 3 favorite board games, everybody?
Oh, probably Lords of Waterdeep,
Yeah, that's a solid one.
Stone Age.
Mm-hmm.
God, number 3. That is a tough one. I really like Joking Hazard. Like, I would put Danger up there, but I think Danger needs like some expansion decks. But
It
I really
does
like
have an expansion we have not gotten.
Okay. So I would say Joking Hazard, because it's just that change of pace card game where even if you have people who aren't into the really deep strategy games, you can break it up in a small, medium, or large group and still have a really good time.
Okay, that's valid.
And the other 2, I'm obviously a big strategy game guy, so
Yeah, that's fair, and I do love me some Lords of Waterdeep and some Stone Age. What about you, Nate?
I absolutely adore Hex.
Yeah, that
Good
one is
pick.
probably my favorite card game.
I'm a big fan of Betrayal at House on the Hill.
Yeah, we haven't streamed that one, but in fairness, I need to get a set where the tiles aren't all warped to bejesus.
Yeah, that one has seen some love. And I don't think that I really have a third. I haven't been doing this nearly as long as you guys. Joining in on these streams was by far like the biggest.
Waterdeep with Skullport? Absolutely.
Oh yeah, with
Yeah.
the expansion, 100%.
Pretty good.
We don't even acknowledge that those are expansions. That's just
yeah,
the
that's
game.
just the core game.
To us.
Legacy Betrayal,
I
that would
haven't
also
been
be
doing this.
pretty fun.
Yeah.
The problem is Legacy games don't work well with our group, unfortunately. We tried, like we did Dice Throne Adventures, we streamed it, but Legacy games just aren't our group's jam.
So yeah, I haven't been doing this as long, so I don't really have a third. That spot's open for me, but there's a lot of good contenders. How about you?
So, XX and Lords of Waterdeep have been mentioned already. They're high on my list for sure. Red Dragon Inn is probably
Oh, good line. Yeah.
probably my favorite. It's kind of tied with XX for my favorite because it's just such a fun game to break out.
Mm-hmm.
Other favorites, man. I've got a collection that's got a lot of games that I really dig now, so I'm gonna have to ponder a little bit. I like God's Forge quite a bit as my sim. Gosh, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate that, Board Game Bard.
Wonderful.
God's Forge is super good. The expansions really bring that game to the next level. And I'm also going to go with Bunny Kingdom because it
good
is
one,
an
yeah.
ideal contained draft environment that has just the perfect blend of strategy and options and intrigue. Like, you can go so many different directions with it. And the base game is fine, but I think Bunny Kingdom in the Sky really kind of completed that game in a way that
Yep.
few expansions succeed at.
Well, it also really opened up because if you got lucky on the first round of the original Bunny Kingdom and you had a bunch of luxury resources, it was really, really hard to counter that unless you got super lucky with the parchments.
Yeah.
In the expansion, there are so many paths to victory. You can luxury resource it, you can separate kingdoms, you can grab specific squares, you can parchment game. Like, there were so many ways you can conceivably get to victory.
Yeah.
And you bet. Like, we have a ton that we love, and we all kind of gravitate toward different types of games. But we've played a lot of good ones even this year. Like, we've hit stuff that we got back from Gen Con. I've gotten a couple Kickstarters in. In fact, I have one sitting on the table here that I've got to do a video for.
I was wondering what that was.
This is Cosmic Chains, which is a great little two-player game that we actually had the privilege of preview streaming on Tabletop Simulator last year with the creator. I'm super stoked to get that unboxed. On the flip side, what were some of your flops for the year? Okay,
Well, that's interesting. That's a good question.
that is a good question.
Yeah, we've had a lot of solid stuff and not a whole lot of nonsense.
I think part of that's because we're pretty good at picking games we really like.
Let's see. A sec here to go through our stream themes real quick. YouTube.com/assortedmeeples for an easier organization.
Well, because what was that one? Because we haven't played this. I can name one that was one of my all-time disappointments where I thought we would really love it, and then the game got played and it just never clicked with us. Root. Like I would have thought that'd be a
Root
game
was
that would
so
have just.
disappointing. I wanted to love Root so
Yeah,
much.
and I get why a lot of people like it, and it was one. I felt the same way. I wanted to love it. It seemed like our type of game, but when we then played it, it just
Hit
it just
exactly.
didn't. Yeah,
That's unfortunate.
And we're actually coming up on 5 years Board Game Bard. We've actually come a long way in the last 5 years as far as production value and things, but yeah.
Oh yeah, see some of those YouTube videos from year one where it's all blank, the table's in a different direction.
Yeah.
We sound tinny and far away.
We're using little webcams on the corners of the table instead of, decent cameras.
I glow like an angel because I'm very Celtic and could not tan.
I had reason to go back and have a glance through at some of those, and oh boy.
Yeah, we came in not knowing a darn thing about what we were doing. So I think I have 2 flops for the year. One for gameplay and one for streaming. As far as gameplay, I think Cosmic Cow was a flop. We kind of broke that game in half.
I would concur.
Immediately. And it wasn't that we were playing basic rules with it, unlike other games like Pirates, which we've broken in half.
We are, and any game testers out there, if you want to really test your indie game,
bring it to us. We're good at accidentally breaking.
We literally had one race where the makers of the game were watching it and said,
"Hey, Taffy, welcome in."
well, technically this is possible, but it doesn't happen. And we did in our first game.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we can.
We are spectacular in this group at finding every weird path to victory and then just
exploiting it. Yeah. So sorry to interrupt, but that was worth a plug.
No, that's 100% fair. Problem with Cosmic Cow was that basically we figured out very quickly that there was only one real viable strategic path to victory, and we basically built into that super quickly every time once we figured it out. Like our first game of that we streamed is probably the only genuine game of that we streamed that night.
Yeah.
And it's not really a fault of the creators, it's just the mechanics of the game. There's one very clear path to victory, and it is you have to get the bonus points.
Yeah.
That is the only way you win that game reasonably. Now, the second flop, and this one is one for the year, and it's not because the game is bad. It's because it presented on stream super.
Yeah, because all 4 of you told me the game itself was great, but you could not follow what was going on stream.
Yeah.
And our community agreed.
I tried super hard to make it presentable for a 4-player game.
I think this was the only one where we actually got like feedback of this specifically did not stream well.
Yeah, like our community generally is very supportive of what we do, and they were very clear that, hey, just so you guys know, and we were like, yeah, we know.
The read between the lines of, please don't do this again.
And that was Tend. Tend is a beautifully done game, and I love the mechanics of it to death. Like, I could spend an afternoon playing Tend with no regrets. The gameplay is great.
Which kind of makes it an interesting flop, because you would recommend it heavily for someone to buy,
but
you can't
never
stream
recommend
it.
it to stream.
Yeah.
Because there's just too much detail going on. You might, maybe, be able to stream a solo playthrough, but you could not stream a multiplayer playthrough of it ever.
I think solo would work when you can sit there and evaluate and talk through it, and you don't have to worry too much about it, and they are always watching one board and can track the through line of what's happening. We had to swap back and forth between 4 different boards, and it just was not feasible for anyone to track 4 lines of fairly complex actions across.
Because it's basically, it's more like Stardew Valley than Stardew Valley, I would argue. Like, it nails the mechanics of a cozy game perfectly. Like, I didn't think I'd see the day that was properly translated to board game.
Yeah, in a board game, that's so hard to do.
But because they did so good a job of it, there's a ton of minute detail, and you have to have a dedicated camera for each person just to be able to pick it out, rather than splitting our super fancy 4K camera across 4 boards. And the gameplay also takes a very long time if you're showcasing what people are doing. We actually rotated through the first 6 rounds of the game, and then had everybody play at the same time for the other 6, and that stream still took 5 hours.
Yeah. It was a thing, and that was about the best that we could have feasibly done with it.
Yep, so, yeah, and no problem, Board Game Bard. We're based in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, so Midwest United States.
Also love your handle.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
a good name. The people who come to hang out with us have amazing Twitch channels. Just across
They really
the
do.
board.
Yeah. So
Yeah, and yeah, we disliked them for different reasons. Like Root was problematic because the factions are not terribly well balanced. The Vagabond has too much power to influence games, and the Woodland Alliance can easily just be closed out of the game entirely. If one or more players decides that's how they want to do it, they can just be punted out of the game.
yeah, pretty much one turn because you guys did that to me twice.
And
And it was
the
just
first
like,
time
no,
was accidental.
yeah.
The second time was, no, we're punting you.
yeah, and I get it, but then yeah, with them you can't do anything or you get punted, so you can't do anything.
Ooh, Minnesota.
Nice.
Not far at all.
Good place. I like it up there.
Twin Cities, Bemidji, Duluth, different area. You can tell I've traveled there a few times.
Minnesota's a big place, and there's a lot of just random rural too. Like,
Yeah, Bemidji is one of my hidden gem favorite places. I love it there.
We have a board game hobby site launching next year. This is our official.
rad. Now, when you say board game hobby site, are you in the business of selling board games, or are you gonna be? What are you doing?
Yeah.
Literally across the street from.
Think Oh wait, hold on. Board games. That sounds familiar. I know that company.
Don't lie to our new visitors. Why would you lie like that?
They made Root. That's right. Okay.
Oh, okay.
They were the company that made Root. I was like, wait, I know that company.
Ah, we're after we trashed them. Well done, Shane. Way to come back and start the
There's
trash fire.
Yeah, we actually have a content-based website too, where we talk about board games and RPGs and stuff. We haven't done as much writing on it this year because a lot of my energy has gone into upgrading our studio, and I'm only one man.
Yeah.
So,
And we're hoping to do a lot more podcasting and YouTube stuff this upcoming year, but it's so many changes for so many of us this year, so it's just trying to balance what we can do and figure out the rest.
everybody here works a day job in addition to
Yeah.
their stuff. So
And I started a new one with new hours, and then Callahan started a new one with new hours, and then yeah, we just
So with what we've got juggling for everybody, it's kind of incredible we've gotten as far as we have in 5 years. Like, I know we're not the biggest channel, and we have not had a meteoric rise to fame as maybe we had hoped and dreamed.
our
But
community's fucking awesome though.
our community's great. Like, we've crafted an amazing community of people, and I never would have met them otherwise. Like, some of them have even come from other countries just to come visit and say hi.
Yeah,
Which is
super
super cool.
Yeah.
Like, our community is our favorite part of doing this.
Oh, I'll do the blatant
We'd
bit.
love to
Yeah.
do this full time and be able to do more playtesting and regular RPGs and things, but we have to get to a certain point first, and
And I'll do
we
the
have to put food on the table and pay our
Yeah.
bills somehow. So.
And I'll do the blatant pitch because I believe in our community, but our Patreon is awesome. Gives you access to our Discord. $1 a month is all to get in, and they are cool. They are non-toxic. The interests are across the board, and like I said, we've met so many people, and it's gone to the point where we've bought each other video games. We have a whole section on cozy games. We have done so many things.
Yeah, like we've done a lot. The site is a lot of stuff, not selling games, a database with some cool features no one seems to be doing right now.
Ooh, I like that. I like the sound of that.
Yeah, that's very cool. We like knowing about cool resources like that.
Yes.
We've even covered some of that in the past, so absolutely looking
Mhm.
forward to seeing how that goes. That's exciting.
Yeah.
Super cool. More games are good.
Yeah, like, and gaming resources are also good. Like,
Yeah.
I've kind of found that in the board gaming niche, I find that the area that I am most passionate about is game accessories. So
Yeah, no, that
basically artisanal meeples and pieces to make the play experience better, storage options.
I mean, there's no denial with Red Dragon and
Sleeves.
with the
Oh yeah,
chest with the wood play centers and the giant coins versus little plastic tokens. It transforms the game experience.
I was gonna say you can't see it because it's on the bottom shelf behind Shane, but it is. I have one of Bright Bear Laserworks' early Red Dragon Inn chests.
is fantastic.
I am eagerly awaiting when Barry reopens so I can buy an updated chest because I outgrew that one years ago. But you know, things get busy. I actually got to talk to him at Gen Con this year. Like, that was
nice.
super cool. And he was selling some of his wood placards, so I bought 2 more of those. So I have 6 of the wood playmats now instead of the 4 I had. Which, also good. Like, I'm just super stoked to hear that things are kind of slowly getting up and running for that.
Yeah.
He does good work.
About 20% of the original components at this point. Yeah, with Lords of Waterdeep, I'm gonna eventually need to find a solution for the box because my boxes have been that game has been played so much, the boxes are starting to come apart. But I've procured a big mat that includes the expansions from Etsy.
It's so good.
That was so good.
Yeah.
Like, it covers everything. It streams nicely. Damn you, Phil, for recommending it. I was not excited to spend $55 on it at the time, but damn it if that wasn't some of the best $55 I spent last year.
It's such a good setup.
It's such a good mat. Like, and it's neoprene. It rolls up into a tube. It's got the little grippy surface so that your pieces aren't sliding all over the place.
And in fairness to the original boxes, in 5 years, I'll say so, we have safely played that game over 100 times. Safely.
Yeah, we've played that game a ton.
So, yeah, the fact it's held up as well as they have is actually pretty impressive.
I think
But
part of that is
yeah.
because a lot of those 100 playthroughs were digital.
Well, no, I'm just talking about
Oh,
how
the
it
physical
broke
ones
out the
too?
board game
Yeah, I mean, we've had that game since
before
a couple
the
years
Weebles, yeah.
before the pandemic. So, yeah, we played it up. It was a regular rotation before we had kind of grown out the collection a little bit.
Yeah.
It's like when we started, I had a board gaming cabinet, and now I have 2 tall shelves and the bookshelves now that you can see. I've got another wire shelf on the other side of Shane that you can't see because the camera's angled to make sure that you don't see all our fancy equipment running around. But yeah, I have a pretty solid board game collection in my own right now, and it's generally one I'm very happy with. Like, there are a few more games I would trade out, and probably will because they just don't hit the table. But overall, it's really kind of shaping up to a collection where I can look at any game on the shelf and go, yeah, I would happily play it.
That's really the idea.
And it's hard to do.
Yeah. There's knowing that everything up there is something you want to break out.
What other stuff are you passionate about with regard to games? We are passionate about all sorts of stuff. Like, everyone who is currently here, and even Callahan, who's not, we're all very big into RPGs.
Oh, yeah.
No.
We've played a lot of 5th Ed D&D, but we've also tried our hand at a number of other systems, including but not limited to Eclipse Phase, Monster of the Week,
Monster of the Week is so
Fireborn,
good.
Rogue Trader, Dark Heresy,
Delta Green,
Delta Green,
Dresden Files.
Dresden
Files, Vampire the Masquerade, Werewolf the Apocalypse,
Over
like
the Edge.
Over the Edge.
Yep.
We have been.
And those are just the ones that we've done. We've gotten more that we hadn't got the chance.
And don't
to
forget,
go
too, we have to redo. God, especially with Nathan here, we need to redo Tune at some point.
Oh yeah, that would be great. We did too, and I forgot about that. This is for Callahan being late.
We'll let him know when he gets here.
Oh, is that exercise?
And this next exercise.
Oh,
Callahan.
that is happiness
In
right
fairness,
there.
He doesn't even get to be mad because Mad Claw waited until after 8 to throw that at him.
Good lord.
A boy's late. He's tardy.
He is so late.
Off call on his way, and that was
2
oh dear
minutes
God,
ago.
that was like a minute ago.
Oh.
Jesus. All right, well
That
we're
is
gonna
a-
get our game of Sushi Go in at least.
That
which
must
is-
have been an insane call he was on.
No kidding. Good heavens.
It's only an essentials. How was that call about? Sorry, as someone who works there and is on a more advanced team that takes 2-hour calls. What could you not figure out about the editor, dude?
But as far
Apparently
as gaming,
No kidding.
I play a lot of Magic the Gathering. I have a history with TCGs. I've played Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! Extensively in the past. I have not played either in some years at this point. But Magic I'm still very big into. I'm very big into Commander. I do a lot of deck building, brewing. I would like to start exploring that a little more because there's a lot of cool stuff to build nowadays.
Yeah. I'm huge into cozy gaming. Also, I also like a weird variety of different video games and indie games, especially when it's an RPG that's really off the beaten path. Like Was it Weird West?
Oh,
The what? The stick figures in the Wild West.
yeah.
That was just so good.
Yeah.
Oh,
There's a
West of
sequel.
Loathing.
Thank you, West of Loathing. And
Yes.
there's a sequel out that I haven't started yet, but looking forward to
It
digging
is
it.
also wonderful.
I would assume so. And just, yeah, all kinds of weird, odd games. I love the RPGs. I love the ones where they blend. Nate and I are designing a TTRPG together, so that's something we're kind of excited about. And yeah, just like all kinds of stuff across the board with gaming. It's just really freaking cool. And I just love the community of it.
Yeah.
Just getting to spend time with people you like.
As far as video games, I'm big into the retro games and indie games that are reminiscent of retro games. So I've got, in my office is where I do my video game streaming. I've got a stream setup that's got NES, SNES, Sega, GameCube, N64, and a Switch hooked up. And I've got them running through an OSSC so that I can stream them in HD, and all the consoles are mounted to work with that. So I have a ton of Sega games that I haven't even played. I didn't play any Sega really growing up, so I have that whole library that I just haven't touched. So it's
They're
kind
new to you.
It's super exciting.
30-year-old retro, but they're new to you.
They're new to me, and you know, Sega's graphics are considerably a step up even from a lot of the SNES ones. Like that was something Sega kind of nailed over Nintendo in that era. So there's a lot of cool stuff to see there that I'm excited to dig into. And then, in addition to that, like I like a lot of the, like I said, the indie games that are reminiscent of retro. So Infernax was one of my favorites that I picked up because it is kind of the best of Metroidvania without being in the Castlevania franchise, which is kind of cool. I really dug the aesthetic there, the different characters. The good and evil system in that game is actually really fascinating. You can build it into all sorts of different directions. Like there are about 1 million difficult achievements in that game for be at the best good and then take a fall and then go back to being good. Like you can do all sorts of crazy stuff, and depending on your alignment in the game, you can get different versions of spells based on your alignment and the choices you make. Like, everything you do is relevant in some way later, and it's not always apparent whether the choice you're making is good. Which is super exciting.
Good way to have it.
I mean, it's like my life. I mean, what's life without a lot of bad choices?
Yeah, now we got more Pokemon community game. Excellent, excellent.
I believe there was some stuff further.
Oh, that probably has been like.
Oh yeah, that thing's been ticking like crazy.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'll also say with RPGs, one of the things I love about our group.
Have you played Return of the Oberdin?
Yes, I'm a huge on that game. I love it. It delivered something that you don't see that often. Like, you can play 15 different games and really love them, but not have that wow experience like when you were a kid and had something for the first time. Oberdin returned that sense of wonder. It was so different and so odd and so strange. And I don't want to spoil for people, but that first time you get a sense of what the fuck. And if you played the game, you know exactly the moment I'm talking about. It just blew my mind.
As board game content creators, what do you wish was out there for you in the community that you don't have access to?
Oh, that's so good.
That's a very good question.
I'm basically brand new at this. I'm gonna be honest. I don't even know half the stuff I do have access to.
We need to get you a screen for the table. We have talked about that. There are options that we've looked at for that. This table was actually built by Callaghan. It's not something you can buy from anywhere. We kind of designed and built it
For a large TTRPG
for a large
group.
TTRPG gatherings, which is why it's not really ideally suited. It's too big, really, for a lot of the board game nights that we do, but it's ideally suited for wargaming like Lancer, which we've started playing on Sundays.
Yeah, you get a bunch of character sheets and books and stuff out, and this is kind of
And our GM has a mat that is actually even bigger than the table.
Which is
Like, just a little bit.
amazing.
Like, I thought that we had it covered, and one end just kind of peeks up over the lip there. Like, that mat is absurdly huge. But yeah, I would love to do a redesign of this table now for more modern sensibilities, but that requires time and energy and spoons and all that stuff.
You
Yeah, I am trying to think of what all we would like.
Sounds
Like, we've kind of been designing our own resources for that. Like,
yeah, and
if we need a rule book, we've been scanning our rule books in to take care of that need. I would like to have, something available.
Board Game Arena was also filled such a niche because the way they're set up is just so good for getting a group of people together. Like, one person has an inexpensive premium membership, and you can bring all your friends in to play the same games. Like, it's a gamer-friendly setup, and that solved a lot of things like patron nights for us and stuff.
Yeah, like, it was a huge deal. Like, that allowed us to pivot during the pandemic in a way that no other resource really did.
Yeah.
Honestly, what I would not mind seeing, and I know that this would be an astronomical project, I would like a more user-friendly interface than Board Game Geek offers. Board Game Geek's interface is a relic because it has to be, because it's designed on old architecture and migrating it to something more modern. They tried it once.
It would break everything.
It broke everything for a while there, but it's also very cumbersome. Like, if I want to get all of the information on a game, like, and I'll use Behext as an example because that was one that I was looking at for us to stream tonight. I wanted to get a look at the rulebook to see how big it was because I didn't want to I didn't want to go to the trouble of opening the stream crack, digging out the rulebook, and all of that. I wanted a quick, easy answer to how complicated is this game? And I couldn't get that.
Yeah.
So I opened the game, I looked at the rulebook, and I took the time to kind of delve into it. Like, and that's something we've been kind of working toward when we do our board game posts. We will scan the rulebook. We will go over how to play in shorthand so that you have an idea of what you're doing, but you have the full rulebook in PDF that you can look at. And then we will go over our thoughts on the game as far as how it plays, what makes it good, what makes it bad, would we recommend it, if so.
Yeah.
Like, that's kind of what we want to do with board game side of things. But Board Game Geek is so cumbersome, but it's also kind of the only game in town because nobody can really go up against them because they've been doing it forever. So it's kind of tough. Okay? When we are blogging about our games, we are kind of designing the type of resource that people actually want. But the problem is there are a gajillion board games in the universe now. Like, that kind of project needs full-time staff pretty much round the clock for years to be able to catch up. It's insane. Coming at you very soon with a modern board game website. Oh, good. We're speaking your language. Good. I'm glad we're not alone in that because it's so darn cumbersome. Like, you can check out our site and see kind of how we break down board games because we lay it all out basically. And it's been a minute since we've gotten a board game post out, but we got a few out this year.
Yeah. Well, and even what we're doing is more of a blog style format in a lot of ways.
Yeah,
Whereas, like, something like an archive,
something like a
you can
database.
go through like that. Yeah, that would be extremely good.
Where I can easily take a look at, hey, these are the expansions. Here is a scanned version of the rulebook. Here, like, there's just so much busy work on the Board Game Geek website that just doesn't happen.
Yeah. At long fucking last, he arrived.
Greetings.
You guys didn't start without me?
No.
We've actually been having some pretty good conversations.
By the way, you have an exercise redeemed.
Was it actually redeemed for me?
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
Because you were late in
It was
the fall
redeemed
by
like
an
10
hour.
minutes ago.
It's not like I forgot.
Look, I understand, but they did have the courtesy to wait till after 8, which was very decent.
Yeah, it was.
I'm going to jump over to our exercise cam real quick to make sure that we're
Watching the old man do his push-ups
Yeah,
properly.
we gotta comment on his form. It's important.
Oh, yeah.
Form is necessary.
I don't have form. I'm too old for it.
I mean, stripping is pretty good. Could use a bit more enthusiasm, but the stripping wasn't bad. There we go.
There you go.
I mean, you really got to start it off with it next time. 5 out of 10, but there was effort.
Dos, tres, cuatro,
Can't even see
cinco,
most of the form
ses,
here. I'm disappointed.
siete,
No, you can see enough of it.
ocho. You can tell. You
We're
can
getting
tell.
his form and not his face. It's actually kind of a perfect set.
You're not wrong. Oh, look at those knees fall.
Yeah,
yeah.
What happened now? The form is just falling.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. He's got a little bit of an arch there. That's not exactly straight from shoulder to heel.
That's very well timed.
Well played. I was gonna be fine right up until that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh God. All right.
We have the rules linked to top page. A rule, yeah, that's accurate. Stuff like table space and setup, game night planner, complexity metrics.
I burned you like
Yeah,
3
we are
calls.
due for game time.
Indeed.
So I'm gonna switch it to our top down.
Before we end. It's overly complicated.
All right.
What's the deal with it? You're in essentials. We get the overly complicated calls.
It was overly complicated.
Mhm.
Super nice lady.
Mm-hmm.
Nice website.
Mm-hmm.
Low on the technical skill side of things.
Mhm.
So it took a lot of guidance.
You're still in essentials. It's not like you were doing CMS.
All right. So, rules. I would love to see Game Right come out with like another couple rolls and desserts, because those are the things about the game that kind of get stale.
Ooh. On Monday, I went to Izumi, my friend Katie,
Oh, I love a zoo.
and I tried that all-you-can-eat dinner thing. Oh my god!
It's amazing,
I
right?
told you.
It's also the first time I've ever had green tea ice cream.
It's so
I did
good.
not realize how good it was.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Also, that Paradise Chef roll. How do they do that?
I've gone there before by myself.
Mm.
I was like, all right, bring me this, this, and this, and this. And they're like, you have people joining you? I was like, no.
Yeah, we
Bring
have
me the boat.
we have 2 all-you-can-eat sushi places in town, and they're both excellent.
I've only been to Izumi.
All right,
Where's the other one?
mix. All right, 1, 2, or 3, Shane.
Pot. Between 1 and 3.
Rude.
But
Rude.
Oh, that really fruit game. Now he's really upset with me. That's great. Yeah.
Hate it so much.
That's
1,
because
2, or 3
the
talent.
first
It's
time no one paid attention and I just
You can have
took them all.
No. Roma.
And it's a multiplier. So they should have done that.
All right.
Ooh, Uramaki.
Does that one work?
We have to compete with each other. Oh, wait, first 1, 2, 10 rolls, and then you get, like, that's the one you
Pick
score
3,
during the game.
Nathan.
Oh, okay.
So 1,
Gotcha.
2, and 3.
All right.
We have acquired onigiri, dumplings, and soup.
Dumpling game. At least Phil isn't here. Like,
this could be
you know every time Phil's gonna go after dumplings, and he still pulls it off every time, and it's
It's
infuriating.
They're not that good. Oh, this is gonna get interesting.
Ooh.
So I have introduced the spoon
Oh, God, I hate the spoon.
and the special order.
Oh, no.
Yeah, this is gonna get spicy.
What do those do?
So the spoon, after you take it, on a subsequent turn, you can name a card, and then starting with the player to your left, they look at their hand and see if they have this card. If they do, they trade. They give you that card, and you give them the spoon to put back into that hand.
Oh.
If they don't
yes.
have it, it goes to the next player, and so on and so forth. If nobody has it, the spoon is
And
discarded.
in this game, it's kind of insane because you can ask for a special order, you can ask for a second fruit, you can ask for an onigiri you're missing, you can just grab an extra dumpling, or you can get the second pair. So that's kind of a busted card for this group. This special order, it copies a card that is pointed at when it plays.
So it has to be a card that's already in play.
The special order copies a card that you've played this round.
basically. So
And if it copies a fruit, it will just become that fruit, and it will be basically removed from the deck. And
Wait, it has to be one that you played? I thought it
You
could be something
played
you
specific.
played.
Okay.
it specifically says on the card, copies any card you have played.
which is interesting because it doesn't say that on here.
Yeah, it doesn't say that.
I understand.
They do the extra small ruler.
Gotcha. Fine.
Yeah, I know it doesn't say it there. Trust me. I'm not trying to teach you. That's one thing we are very clear about is we are jerks, but we're fair.
Oh yeah,
jerks.
for new people, we are cutthroat as hell, but we don't cheat.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just
We-
not
we-
If we fucked up a rule, we all fucked it up the same way.
We show up and we look you in the eye, and then we punch you in the face, and we make sure that there's plenty of knowledge that it's coming. So
Like
that you
case in
can,
point, I would never
so you
stab
can let
Nathan in the
it out.
back. I would just start raising a knife, and he would say, "Are you about to stab me?" Except he wouldn't say that because he knows, yes, I'm about to.
Yeah.
Typically, what would happen in that situation is I would find some way to throw that knife at Braden when it comes down, completely by accident.
That freaking wick sword fights. Shane, you can't throw the sword to hit him in the leg. You have to. Oh, did I mention I tried cheating that sword fight? I almost won. Because that happened too.
Throw glitter in their face from the.
Look, I'm just saying, I'm proud. Nick has crushed everybody. And I took him completely down to the wire. Had 3 times on the game point where we hit at the same time. Had a cheat taken back. And then still, he just got me before I got him at the end.
It turns out I'm wicked awesome at axe throwing.
That's because they're fake axes.
It's true.
That guy was very mad. Like
That is very unfortunate. Real axe throwing is very fun.
yeah, I was hoping for real knife throw. Because then I would just laugh at everyone and just kept hitting the bullseye. Because I've been doing that for 20 years.
I mean, if nobody's standing like around or behind it, I don't know what the problem is. Yeah, that's plenty to. I mean, as long as there isn't a wall right
like a
behind.
moving blanket.
Yeah,
Would
like
still stop it. Like the kinetic energy wouldn't go through it.
yeah, like
Now, if you sharpen your knives like I do.
I mean, for knife throwing that might not be great. That'd be fine for axe throwing.
Oh yeah, the handle.
yeah,
It would wrap up.
Handle would mostly stop it from going through.
I mean, you throw hard enough, you're still going to hurt someone.
Yeah, but you shouldn't have anybody standing behind that anyway.
We got a Sheen. We got Callahan. We got E. I'm gonna give that to Nathan because that's a... No, we got orange. Orange is...
Yes.
Are any of these colorblind problems for you, Shane?
Not unless mine is in 4th place.
Well, Alright, so we're all just gonna be vibing over here. Hang out on the nigiri so that Shane has places to put his cards.
And let's remember to put the nigiri in.
Oh,
Like
there-
those 2
Oh, they
times.
don't have any wasabi?
No wasabi.
Okay.
No wasabi.
Squid nigiris are permitted now.
Squid nigiris are permitted, but still very good draft picks.
Right.
Also, and something you may not know from Azumi's, because how often you spend time on the appetizers, the chicken curry is goddamn insane.
I have not tried the chicken today.
Like, the curry is some of the best I've had. The chicken itself is perfectly seasoned, and this was coming from Katie, who worked in a kitchen for 25 years.
Yeah,
I did not actually know that they should permit that.
yeah,
Yeah.
I couldn't either. That's actually pretty rad.
So, like, when we got that bonus for Benepass, i.e. the free food credit card, I just ordered Azumi's again, and I had, like, the curry and 1 paradise roll, which was more than the all you can eat, but I just got 100 free bucks out to you, so why did I care? But yeah, so good.
Right.
Okay, we take 1 and then pass left or right?
We take 1, and I believe we pass...
9?
9 is what you're supposed to have. We pass right. Clockwise first.
Oh.
So left, and then right, and then left, just to keep things interesting.
You know what the worst part is about getting a power hand that has like a special card that copies another card?
You gotta hand it
Well,
You
It's,
gotta hand it off.
it's useless right now, so I'm just gonna keep handing it off to the rest of it.
Jesus.
Right or left?
You're passing left.
Yeah.
You're passing to me.
You're welcome.
Or also.
Taking that, and that's
There
fine.
you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Prepare to hate me in 3, 2, 1. Double pineapple.
I got 1 of each. I got the.
That won't do anything if you have to have
You
something
get
first.
multiple. food
You
types.
might want to
Yeah.
pick some. Well, you gave me this hand.
Right, I did.
That's okay.
Yep,
if
that-
you haven't played, we're
It
Yep.
has
Oh,
been
did you go
a
for special
long
order?
time.
you went for special order. Lucas.
Yep, that's one where once you have something you
So
want, it's
Callahan,
good.
yours is meant to go on the other side of your little
I'll
timer
go
there.
You're meant to go be the placard. Shut up.
Fair enough. Okay.
Because you're big. Wow, your hand sucks.
I took the best cards.
My hand now.
Yeah.
And I was, what the hell is this, dude?
It's
You kidding me?
right. Well,
What's
Also,
he
so
saying?
good now because when I
Since
hand you this,
go,
it's gonna be
we'll
shit.
bring up the rules if you are in chat, assuming that I do see Twitch has it pinned. It's not pinned,
Oh.
obviously, but I did put it up earlier. Well, this was not a difficult choice.
This one is.
One, two, three, and Nari.
Uramaki.
Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Oh, I should have been paying attention. Anyone?
Okay.
Oh, so two of you had mostly useless hands.
Oh wow, this is definitely a hand.
I'm feeling really good about my chances this game.
You probably should.
I do not.
Sounds like a you problem.
I mean, you say that, as I do nothing to block Nathan because I have desperately want to not be fourth.
I mean, I get it.
1, 2, 3.
Special order becomes Uramaki, which gets me to 10. Oh, you're just jumping up.
I'm just gonna make that a copy of this.
Okay, so which color are you?
I am red.
He is red, so he
So he
gets
goes
8.
8.
Yep.
Now here's a question: can you get Uramaki twice?
Yes.
Okay.
You can, in fact.
All right.
Yep.
Good to know.
If you get 10 again, then you get
Oh,
5.
what the hell is this?
This is bullshit.
Aha. I know what that one is.
Yeah, no, that was a hand for damn sure.
Nobody wants this.
Funny thing, I gave
Oh,
it.
that's the one that came. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what you handed to me.
I didn't hand this to you. There were other cards in here.
But minus the anything that resembled a good pick.
Oh my gosh, I don't want any of this.
I know, right?
That feels bad.
I got a choice to make.
Feels so.
Make the wrong one.
Yeah.
Do it.
I'm ready.
3. Special order, double pineapple.
I took a squid nigiri.
Took a dumpling.
I completed my onigiri set.
Nice.
You're welcome.
Why
Oh,
are
thank
you
you.
eating it?
Because it's fun.
Because it's funny.
What? Yes. Well, I know where this is going, so fine. 8. Ugh. So yeah, 2 of these hands are trash.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And 2 were overly powerful.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well,
1, 2, 3. Nari.
Dumpling.
Oh, I chose the wrong one. I mean, it was a luck of a draw that count time.
Right.
Wait, what? Why are you here?
He's just needing a home.
Is he too good for your home?
No. I'm just surprised because I would never have expected this to be pick 6. Which is a testament to how busted that hand must have been.
Yeah. My opening hand was busted.
My opening hand started with a full set of onigiri,
Gross.
but I had to take the fruit.
Way to not shuffle.
very
I Vegas watched multiple times.
He
You
did.
saw.
He did.
I shuffled amazingly.
That's what we call a Reno wash because it wasn't good enough.
You'll note that in order for that to happen, everything had to work out so that it was every 4th card. I'm talented, but I'm not sure I'm that talented.
I am.
1, 2, 3. Dumpling.
With nigiri.
I also,
Futomaki.
yeah,
I mean, it was just one or the other, and
I
both were in
took
the hands. I was like,
There was
well,
no squid.
yeah, I took a.
I saw less of those. Seemed smart at the time.
Like, why is that here?
Oh, geez, what a hard decision. What a hard decision. 1 point? 2 2 points. 1 point, 2 points.
Look, I already know I'm getting the nigiri in that hand. You don't have to make a production.
I mean, I don't have to, but
Yeah.
it adds to the entertainment. I see the cameras. That means we're supposed to entertain people.
Oh, shh.
The man has a point.
It's on the top of his head. I understand.
1, 2, 3.
Uramaki.
Some more.
Oh, boo.
Gross.
Done. Also,
It doesn't make a difference, but the principle thing. 2, 3. Oh, nigiri.
Salmon nigiri.
Oh, you got a dumpling.
And then.
Oh, look. It's the
Uramaki.
card I was expecting.
Hey, I got a fancy little pink doodle.
Beautiful.
Alright.
So how's the? Is it the closest to 10 or just no one gets it?
Closest to 10 now.
Oh, they do score then?
Yeah.
Oh, I messed up.
Oh, well then I got 4.
I think 4 and 4, so we're both gonna get 5, and Shane's gonna get nothing. If I remember how the ties work.
How can it be?
Right?
Easy pants. Wasn't expecting it.
They both receive the full points for the place they are contesting, and then the next place is skipped. So yeah, they both get 5, and Shane gets.
Fucking sweet.
Hell
Hey, you can both go to hell. I didn't want it
I'll
anyway.
just move that up.
Yep. So go ahead and move up to 13 there, and then Nate, you can have your 5 points for chicanery,
Wonderful.
and then we'll tally the rest of our points here. Desserts are not counted till end of the game, so. 12.
I have 12.
I will be claiming 10.
Got 9. Easy takes me to 2.
I think I know who.
I gain an additional 20.
Yeah, that doesn't
Yeah.
surprise me. Shane basically fed you with that.
Oh, right. The 16-point swing.
Yeah.
Onigiri and fruit are both some of the most powerful things you can do in the game if you pull them off.
And that just got handed
Yeah,
to me
you've got a good
the
amount of
first
fruit
4
going.
rounds.
Yeah, like
Yeah, the first one, it made sense.
And,
I didn't pay attention to the third one, and then by then I had stuff I wanted to do, and it was just funny.
Oh wait, this one is a duplicate, so that's
Yeah,
It
that's
stays in, yeah.
and then Shane.
Did
also-
my special order that goes
you-
back in though, right?
Yeah, you didn't copy
Because
it.
it's not a fruit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
you
I'm gonna.
you just
keep
gotta
those there.
keep the special order by the right fruit, so it doesn't get confusing.
I'm gonna just keep those. There. And then I'll just play
More
my-
cards,
Oh yeah.
and then the next round cards as well.
Yeah, more desserts go in, right?
I don't remember if I gave him the desserts. I must have not.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, there's
Yes, we got some fruit left in here.
how many are left in there?
2, 3.
I did give you desserts. So there should only be 5 from the first and 3 in the second round, and then 2 more today. Correct? Yes, I did give you. Very good. So yeah, this game is off to a start.
30 is a high number.
By which you mean
It's insane.
by which yeah. I don't think I've ever seen someone score that many in one
I was
round.
pretty impressed with 22. That might be all the points I get this game.
I mean, that's
I
one
mean, that's kind of how it works. The moment you guys pay attention to me, I can't do shit. But if you're not looking, I eat everything.
The problem was Shane was looking, and he was the one who could fly.
Yeah, putting Shane in front of me was a very,
How many cards?
it was a choice.
9, yes.
In fairness, I got like 3 on
And
the
you're
Gary
passing to
after
the
that,
right.
so I would have had like 9 points if I had blocked you anyway. So I guess I
Yeah.
should have blocked you, but yeah, whatever.
It's
I've only-
like nobody reads
I've
my
only-
strategy guide.
I've only been-
I
I've played
read
this
your
game.
strategy guide.
Clearly.
I
Clearly you
read
did.
60% of your strategy guide.
You read enough
At
to
least the
know
part that
Onigiri
mattered.
was good.
Wait, that's not enough.
I have 8
3,
runs.
4,
Right.
5, 6,
I
7,
have
8,
9.
9.
We only have 8 though.
Yeah,
Yeah, I still have 8.
I have 9.
Need one more.
There are no more. That's my point.
That's his hand.
That ought not to be. How is that possible?
You're asking me?
Yeah, I'm asking you. You're the one who
I'm
shuffled.
just the dealer.
You are the card distribution man.
Are you supposed to add more stuff?
Yes, I was. Go ahead and pitch those hands back in. I
Throw.
have the rest of the deck.
Throw them back in. Although, If we're playing with the same cards we did before, it was going to be an interesting round again.
Yeah, but
I mean, I would have liked that pineapple and peach. Thank you, jerk. That was my chance to stay out of fourth.
Braden's fault.
Aiden's fault.
I mean, the one nice thing about a first round like that is it takes away expectations from the rest of us. Like, you're the only one who can have a disappointing game now. If you somehow don't pull it off, I mean...
Yeah, like you are. I have never seen anyone get 30 points in round
22 was like the most.
22 was still hella strong. I've seen that before.
This
30 is new
This was a
territory.
great round for me.
I have to thank my co-conspirator Shane.
Yeah,
for,
Shane-
not giving two shits and thinking it
Shane
was
may have
funny.
boned the table for this game.
I'm sure it's fun.
But did you notice how he was grateful and gave me credit?
I mean,
That's how you get me
Look,
to comply.
when you
might
get
stab me in the
fourth
back
place,
later,
I'm not
but
going to feel bad.
you might stab
Fair.
me in the back later, but I know who put me here, and I pay my respects. That's how you get stabbed in the back slightly later.
No, just don't sleep with my mom and it'll be fine. You know, Roman rules.
I don't think we're gonna have too much of a problem.
He says that now.
I have concerns for the horrors you've seen.
And we're going right.
Oh, good. Oh. Ah. I don't care for the direction.
That's
this
crazy.
conversation
To me,
is.
that's crazy that there wasn't a single spoon in the first round.
Yeah, that is kind of wild. Oh, what do
I mean, everything in my
All
life
of
does.
these are
I just find you just run with it.
I also have an assortment of bad choices.
Alright, I'm gonna take
It's gonna be
this
that.
and hope everything's fine.
Yep, that's kind of right.
2, 3, double peach.
No, you got your double peach bag.
Oh no, how bad.
Did you have any more fruit? Didn't.
This is not fun. Opposite.
Thanks, Nate. Appreciate the feedback.
You're welcome.
Yep.
Oh, that's
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
I
Worry about it, it's terrible.
hate everything going on. Alright.
What?
Evolves into a dragon.
We are prepared.
Alright. I have chosen my card.
3, pineapple peach.
Spoon! It's the day.
Yeah, I know what it is.
He did. He was looking at me like I'm nuts.
No,
I was watching the show of your face doing things.
Show of my face.
Alright.
Was it a good show?
Hey, I caught. Even
Yeah, I'd give it like a 7.
Congrats to Chicken Warrior and Chronos as
Oh.
well on your catches.
Balls.
He does have a pretty good face.
Oh, you guys suck.
I mean, you have a spoon.
Yeah, that was
so-
my opening hand. That hand was garbage. It was the hottest of trash.
This?
Yeah.
This is good.
Then why are you complaining? You have a spoon. You can literally play one down and then grab another card out of it.
No, so it has to go left.
Yeah, but if you have a card in there you want, it keeps going till it runs into it. So no matter what, if you pass a card that you want, why do I have to explain this to him? How is this not simple?
He is very special little boy.
Oh, short bus special. Gotcha.
Nobody told it.
That's how you get on a 2-hour call on Essentials.
That's not a 2-hour call. It's not a 1-hour call. That happens all the time.
Based on the timestamps, that doesn't math, and I feel obligated to be kicked out.
I'm off at
No, no,
7
no,
and I
no.
got off at 8.
Oh, so you're milking overtime. I
I
respect
wasn't
that
milking
move.
overtime. It just kind of happened.
You're milking overtime. I respect that.
I milked overtime before. I wasn't milking. I don't know what I want to choose. I'm going to choose...
We're all
You
waiting
choose
on
the
you
number
all the
one
time.
you want.
aware.
And then after you pass your
Green
hand,
arrow.
you choose a spoon and you pick the second one you want.
Nothing.
It does require 4 seconds of memory. But someone has
Unfortunately, he is
faith
a
in you.
goldfish. He only has 3.
I was gonna say I had faith, but I'm like, I don't want to lie to him. Someone has faith in you.
They aren't here. No one can help him now.
But we just wanted to make sure I pick my card. 1, 2, 3. Squinigiri.
Utomaki.
Udomaki.
I'm just gonna take my 8
Or I'm sorry, I
points.
took an Inari. If I call something and it's not in there,
If you call something and it's not in this hand, it goes to that hand, then to that hand, then to that hand. And if it's nowhere, the spoon is discarded.
But if
All
there's
right.
one in play, you'll get it.
then just I know that there's a Fudomaki. So we'll start with you. Or wait, is that what I want to ask for? Yeah, Fudomaki.
None in this one.
Nope.
It's in yours then.
Yeah, there is. Give me the spoon. Also, I hate you.
That's fair. Nice.
W.
Oh, this wasn't the hand I thought it was. On account of there being 6 cards. You're right. This was not a trash hand.
This is the trash.
That's the trash.
This is the garbage.
Shit. That one started off trash and failed to grow up to be garbage. That's how bad it was.
Ready?
Yeah.
Uramaki.
Onigiri.
Ooh. Oh, did you already hit the Uramaki? Yes, you did.
Yeah.
Okay.
I already took my 8 points for it. I announced it and everything.
He wasn't paying attention.
I wasn't.
I know he wasn't, but I'm just making it clear to highlight that he wasn't paying attention.
Oh, God.
That's why I'm not at 10 anymore. I know you couldn't see me all the way back there from your lofty position, but I'm trying, darn it. Figured your life out?
Uh-huh.
Alright.
Onigiri.
Uramaki.
Ah, yes, this hand. Right. I don't like this hand very much. It's very bad.
I mean, I know it means I'll get slightly screwed over at the end, but I still think it's just the better pick. 2, 3. Squinigiri.
Utomaki.
Onigiri.
Oh, that's fun.
Dumplings.
Ooh, I know this bit. 1 point, 2 points. 1 point, 2 points.
Yay!
It's technically better, and I'm all about technically.
1, 2, 3. Summonigiri.
Utomaki.
Damn it. Took Fudomaki out between my spoons, so now I have to choose. There's no Inari left. I'm certain of it. So give me give me a salmon nigiri.
None here.
Salmon.
Congratulations,
Oh.
Dane, you're winning a spoon.
I mean, that was almost inevitable to begin with.
I thought I was gonna pull that off. I was
Uh,
like, there's still an Inari.
you handed me a hand where I had 2 salmon nigiri and an inari, and I went, well, this is technically the better choice.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, look, a salmon nigiri.
Uramaki. So I will take my 5 points.
Nice. Join me. Alright.
Oh, hey,
A
look!
free
A
point.
spoon, which I was bound to get anyway.
Hey, look, another spoon.
Did bad.
I feel a lot better about how I did this round. Though I did not get any fruit, which is not.
I will take another 8.
Why 8?
3, 6, 7, 8.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Sorry, I thought you were doing a
I have 2 of these,
No.
so that's worth 4, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Nate, are you the only one who hasn't scored on Uramaki yet?
I believe
So enjoy your 2. I don't. Shane needed all of his Uramaki to get to.
Yep.
I think I got 16.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Nope, 15.
And I've got another 12.
So that'll put you at 44.
Yes.
Alright, I've got 2, 4, 5, 6. I'll take another 15, which will put you.
No, 16. Make
Yeah,
I'm
16.
16? Oh.
Yep.
Well, I bridged the gap to Nathan, which is good. There's still so much gap, though.
There is a lot
This
there.
isn't a problem.
It is absolutely a problem.
But you caught up so much.
Yeah, you do realize I had to basically god tier my way through Uramaki and Onigiri to do that.
I did notice and did in fact take specific action to keep you from
I
maxing out.
still have a lack of fruit. I don't like it.
Well, at this point, you might as well
Here's
just
2
give
more
up
for
on
the
it.
day.
Ooh, you
Yay.
should deal me one of those.
I need an orange
Preferably-
slice. Is that what I need?
Preferably peach and watermelon, I think.
Oh, it's a peach. I see.
Well, it might be orange.
I think it's a mandarin orange. That's what I'm going with.
No, it's a
That's
mango.
correct.
Oh, yeah, actually, that makes way more sense.
Yeah. It do.
Actually, I was just being a smartass, but now that I think about it, yeah, that would
Yeah,
be a
it-
mango. That will certainly be a mango.
It is a mango.
Yeah, no, hit it right
Why
on
would
the
it be a
head
mango?
completely by accident.
Look,
Asian fruit.
yeah, we've played a lot of Sushi Go Party, like, an absolute ton. This is such a great little game to just break out and play when...
Also super affordable.
Yeah, like, it's a big box game, so you can easily get it for $15.
Replayability is high.
There are promos to expand it further.
Doesn't make you hungry, though.
It does make you hungry, like, that's just the only bad thing about it. But it makes you hungry for sushi, which is good. When the sushi places are closed, which is bad.
Going to be at 10 fucking PM.
But you get your choice of topping.
Let's roll.
That's cheap.
But it has potassium benzoate.
Benzoid.
Can I go now?
Have you seen any of the new episodes since they started shifting producers every 2 shows?
I'm working my way through
Oh,
season
God, some of them
35,
are
which
so
is
good.
last year's. It's been kind of a ride. Like, there's been some bangers in that season.
I'm gonna say 12 seasons out of date. Like
That's a shame because that's basically.
I'm waiting to come down with COVID.
And then just...
Like do a Simpsons
Why is that
marathon
your
or something.
master plan?
That is a weird master.
That is a terrible master
You
plan.
didn't deal me fruit. What are you doing,
I
man?
can deal.
That's not true.
Is it 4 rounds?
Fuck you, Brady.
Yeah, no kidding. You don't need more help.
I feel like I do. Nathan is still points ahead of me, and I hate it.
Don't worry about it.
I am obligated to worry
I
about
think you should just deal with it.
Not legally.
Going left again?
it. Maybe they can. You don't know.
That's what we have Shane for.
Telling gods?
If you're a
I
cop,
mean,
you
I've
have
got-
to tell.
I mean, I was gonna say talking to cops and not arresting us, but that too.
That feels like something Shane is not qualified to do.
I feel like that's.
I have
something we should
never
make it do
been...
Question:
Well, wait. Arrested, you have to be charged or just handcuffed?
If they take
You have to be
in-
charged, where they book you.
Well, you
'Cause
have...
even if they put
You guys have to
Hold on.
figure this
even
out.
if they put handcuffs on you, if they end up letting you go because they have to do like a call to another thing, you're not arrested. You were detained.
Okay, I've been
It-
detained. I have never been arrested.
They can place you under arrest on suspicion. You don't have to be charged. They have to have proper cause.
Better to
Typically,
break
they-
it's like in 10 places than get COVID if he wants downtime. Yeah, that's true.
Ooh, I can do that.
His bones are so brittle,
they're
it won't
brittle.
even be that hard.
I do have questions.
They're brittle and I'm strong.
Can I play a special order on one of these cards?
Did you play them this round? Then no.
I hate your face.
That's good because his face hates.
Oh,
you.
fine. I will be the fucking brain in this. It says copies any card you have played.
Yeah.
Why does it have to be this
It
round?
doesn't say this round.
I got the Braden Braden!
I'm going for the technical correctness. I know I'm correct.
That's fine, but it's a moment where I made you look it up.
No, it's I can't quote the rule.
Card is written.
I haven't memorized the rule.
Hard as written.
It's like at work when Zach said, "No, I'm wrong.
Copy
Change
any
right."
other card you previously played in the current round, which they highlighted in orange. Fuck you.
Okay, that's
And
They did,
yes,
in fact,
they
highlight
highlighted it in orange.
Oh wow, they really did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's written in crayon.
It absolutely is not.
I saw-
Written in crayon for the benefit of you and those like you.
Wait, we are
Alright,
we are passing
going
left, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
We Urumaki.
Futamaki.
I love fruit.
Onigiri.
You have an inherent way of just playing the other one of the one I passed you for those pairs.
Ah,
No, your hands are
I
floppy.
see.
Ah.
This hand is inexperienced yet.
Oh, this is also. Ooh, this is for me. All right.
Well, I can't let that get to Brayden.
It could. It'd be real cool.
It would be funny, but there's a non-zero chance I'll be here. I'm unreasonably fucking hungry out of.
No. It's the
This game
pizza.
does it every time.
It's the pizza. Like that smell hit me. I was like, I'm gonna go home.
I can't smell
I'm
it.
gonna stop off at Walmart. I'm getting a rotisserie chicken.
Ivy has better ones.
I'll
but
go
they're-
eat it.
yeah, yeah.
I'll take that just because I'm guessing it's bad. But I don't think it.
Do we have three? Urumaki.
You're not-
Sure.
I also took it.
Oh, jeez. It's fascinating.
Fuck.
Also gross.
Yeah, all of this is gross.
Okay, y'all suck and I hate it.
Fuck.
Oh, good. More than one person feels that.
Fill it down the soul. No, wait, that thing, the pit where my soul used to be.
Yeah.
The pit where there was supposed to be a soul, but God must have been busy at the
Yeah,
moment.
the one that's just held open by hate and mild spite. Yeah.
I don't know why that's from.
Actually, I think my depression would be a lot less worse if I could get back to hate and spite, but it's been a while.
Fair.
Not good long term, but short term fuel, that stuff's great.
Definitely better than not wanting to do anything else.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm ready.
Yeah, I'm ready.
And you?
We
What am I doing?
Onigiri.
Oh, yeah. Shit. Why, Nathan?
Because fuck you.
Aaron.
I like the conviction with which you said that.
God, this sucks.
Yeah, I don't want to hear that from you.
Shut up.
Your hand was good for you. Because I saw what you were doing and I couldn't block it and I was mad.
Squindigiri.
Onigiri.
Oh, nigiri.
Spoon, you say?
Mhm.
Oh, God. I'm ready.
Yep.
Urumaki.
I'm taking spoon, and I'm going to use this spoon to name onigiri. Starting from my
Nope.
I'm gonna take 8 points.
yeah, that seems nice.
There is no onigiri in my hand.
Which is, are we going to this one now? Or?
Yes.
Yeah.
Nope.
Nope.
And you're
Oh, wait a
good.
minute. Hold on. I might have done this wrong. Because you were passing up to me. Wait, no. I still had my hand. This is the hand I'm going for.
Yes.
So yeah, we're moving on to that. Is it in that hand?
No.
Okay, so there's just no more.
It's just no more
Nope.
onigiri.
Okay, that's fine.
All right.
I needed to be sure.
That's fine. You have another spoon? Yes.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, okay.
Did it?
Kind of. I mean, I counted 3, but I got 3. You took my pointy-headed one.
Yeah, I did.
Dick.
I couldn't take both of the ones you didn't have. I was upset about it.
Dick.
I was gonna take any others that were kicking around the deck too, because I had seen a lot of those. Also, I didn't take the only pointed headed one. Shane took one too.
Yeah, but he did it.
Did he?
Yes.
Yes.
3. 7 nigiri.
You know.
Look, I am willing to take blame,
Is that
but
your second pair to Futamaki, or is that just free flow?
That's
That
free
was free floating
Okay.
right now.
ooh. Who's red? Do I do the smart move to block Nathan, or do I king make it?
The choice is yours.
Hard call.
Or do I
Never
make
know, I
Brayden
might fuck
burn
it up
his
early.
others?
Is it
Ooh.
the last round?
This is the last round.
Okay. I think I'm gonna pass.
I'm gonna make Brayden burn his spoon if he wants to find you.
Yes, excellent.
1, 2, 3. Summon nigiri.
Bumbling.
Took the Fugamaki. I'm gonna use my spoon, and I'm gonna call you. It's fucking shame.
That's fair, but
I don't have it.
I don't have it.
Sir.
No.
I made him use it.
One.
Well, I was gonna use it to claim that, but those are all out. So
Yeah.
What happens if we tie for third for Irma?
then both players will get 2 points.
Yeah.
That's right. Actually, in all honesty, taking 2 points at this point isn't the worst thing I can do.
Definitely.
Egg nigiri.
Oh, look, it's that spoon I get.
Ah,
More egg nigiri.
All right, Uramaki. I believe you've got 5,
I do have 5.
and you've got 3.
Yes.
So you get the fight.
I do.
Wrong.
Oh,
you're
he's doing
good.
his own.
And we
And then each of you get 2. Because, yeah, I took the 5 out of the pile just to make sure there wasn't an easy path to 10. But when there wasn't another 5, I was like, well...
well, usually we all do points before group game just to see the
7.
changes.
40.
Jesus.
That would take me to 60 on the dot.
Yeah.
I get 19. Takes me to
59.
9.
Nice.
Oh, fuck my decent fruit game. Apparently didn't matter.
And I'm going to claim 9 points.
Yeah, but he got all the food, I think.
I can get all of it. I've got
Did you get all the
him.
fruit?
No, his fruit game is weak. That's the
Oh.
only thing
Yeah.
that's keeping
I
it
might
back.
I neglected fruit.
You got a shot. Although your fruit game isn't exactly good.
No, it's not stellar, but it's better than Nate's. He passed Nate.
That's not
You're not setting the bar real.
I
That-
get
that bar is in the
11
base.
points from fruit. So 54.
Bad.
I get.
If I got one in that final freaking round, it would have been great.
I get. 6.
Everything was multiplier.
No, I
there.
don't. I get 2 minus 2. I get 0.
Your fruit game is true.
My fruit game is trash.
Nathan's is
I get
worse.
-2?
Looks that way.
It's -2 per
No.
type.
Oh yeah, he's got 2 types.
Okay.
Yeah, got 2 types, missing 1. And those 2 types only give me 0.
So -2.
Minus 2?
And mine is going to be part of. I
Stupid
have
math. Which one
3
did this keep looking?
mangoes and I have 4.
3 mangoes is.
So 4 pineapples is
Only-
6. 3 mangoes is 3. So it's
And
9.
I have 1 watermelon.
So 9.
So I can get. Yeah.
Fruit game!
I mean, that got me a lot closer than I was expecting to go.
I mean, based off how far in fourth I was in the beginning, that's
I
an
didn't see
impressive
that.
I
finish.
should say we bridged that gap nicely.
Yeah, I punched through the ceiling on the first one and then played extremely mid for the rest of it.
All right,
I don't
old
know why
man,
you
you,
will-
you pulled off your win.
Barely. I didn't see it coming. I thought I had lost by 1. I also miscalculated my fruit game. I thought that was worth 3 points each. It was not.
No, fruit game is super dangerous to miss.
Yeah.
because it can just punish you.
Mm.
Shane beat us to death with it once.
Because
and
the first
I-
time they ignored it and I paid attention, so I scored like I think it was
Yeah.
26 points on fruit.
Because of how the fruit game works, it's always first pick because your first fruit card is always guaranteed to get you 3 points at the end of the game or 4 points at the end of the game by stripping out the negatives.
And if everyone puts down a split one, then you're keeping someone from running away with it.
Yes. Fruit game is one of the strongest cards in the deck.
Because I'll point out, even looking at this, if the last round I had gotten like any type of fruit, that would reverse a negative, and I would have been right up there with you guys.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the problem was my round 3 was kind of mid. I didn't really break away with anything because there wasn't. The
I was pulling off the onigiri pretty well.
Yeah, the problem was I had a choice where I could go for uramaki or I could go for onigiri, and I had the first 5 that I had seen for the uramaki and pick 2. I was like, I'm just gonna take that because if I get another one, that's an easy 8 points that I don't have to commit 4 picks to, and then I can hate draft the onigiri.
Yep.
And it just didn't work out.
So Nate, I want to point out
Yeah.
that you lost by 1.
Uh-huh.
And Brayden used a spoon to hate draft you.
Yeah.
So next time we have Lords of Waterdeep, just remember who to go after when you decide to start a pissing contest.
The answer remains you, because I know what happens if I go after him first.
Yeah, but he keeps winning because everyone keeps going after me.
You know what?
And it's
You need to be
frustrating.
kept in check.
Because after like 13 in a row, just throw me a bone.
You know what? I'll tell you what. Do badly, and I'll punch him in the face.
In the face.
That's that seems to be the way to go. Because if you're not doing badly, you're gonna turn that into a dominating victory. Out of fucking nowhere.
The worst part was when I was having the best game of my life.
Yeah.
Chris's mom had to call in sick, so we had to call it.
Mm.
I had the Lord that gives you 6 per type you chose.
Mm.
I had the Warfare quest where you always get a piece back that I had in round 1.
Yep.
I had the Lieutenant, and I had Yawning Portal.
Oh my god.
And the building with like the 4 soldiers and you place 2 was out,
Mm-hmm.
and I owned it. Like, yeah, it was too late. I was storming toward like a 380 point game, and
Jesus.
The game where I taught them how to play, I pulled off Yawning Portal with. I had 3 cards total that let me reassign agents,
Oh.
and I got them all off on the same move. Like in the last round, it was just like, and I just blitzed the fucking board. And it was, and they're just like, oh, I see. This game's stupid.
I mean, if you play it right, it definitely can be. Are there any sushi places that are open? I wasn't fucking
Must
joking.
find out.
look, the perfect way to do this is plan on going to like one of the all-you-can-eat sushi places at like 1:32. Then you play this game for 2 hours at lunch, and then just go.
God damn it, they all close at 10.
Yep.
I'm so disappointed.
Actually, a lot of them at 9:20.
There are several like that, but see, wait, yeah, Oyama and Izubi both close at 10.
Izumi is such a great dining space. I enjoy that so much.
I do like. I remember tipping a lot.
I did too. Yeah.
It was,
You do. Yeah. Like
and their appetizers are phenomenal.
everything you order is so
Stickers
good.
and their, like all of it. I could go there and just order appetizers.
But you'd be missing out
Like
because
all
the
you
chef's
can eat,
rolls
I
are
was
so
gonna
good.
say,
Like
all you
everything
can
they
eat
give you is
and
so
then just
good.
get appetizers and be completely happy. But the problem is the other shit is so good. They literally have so much good stuff
And you
that
could grab
I
the
can't eat it all,
Or
even in
paper
little
thin.
tiny samples.
Shame.
Like I couldn't.
The
What?
purple book.
We do what now? Oh, chain packs.
Or you can have, or you can come up with something.
Tribbles has requested an official Shane back.
Yes, we
been
do have a
so
pin
long.
spot. That's it.
All right. So I sorted these out.
I
Are we
don't
playing
believe
again?
that.
Alternate fashion.
I don't know. Sorry, 9
We
o'clock.
probably got time for
Do we?
another one if we want. Like,
I think we can
or
manage.
yeah, we can do a quick one
His AB
Are we
negative
keeping the
blood
same
so
ones?
rare.
Is it?
more. We will. We'll put them back.
Okay.
in.
This is just using up printing material. 37 blood type facts. AB positive can only get blood from A and B. You don't say. Group O does not have AB. Therefore, there's like 40 on what types of blood can take what
You-
types of blood.
You know
It's like,
what the
no
weirdest part
shit.
is? If this was like a 10,000 incredible facts book, I'd expect that.
But
But it's not. It's just incredible facts.
Yeah, that-
You're like you can
Man.
dance. That was very angry, apparently.
All right.
I mean, you did rob him of at least one game, if not more.
True.
No,
Really
that's
jealous because I'm so pretty.
Well, I guess while I'm shuffling that, we can comment on Callahan's one.
Yes.
The closer you go to the curtain, the easier it is for us to see you.
Well,
Shane facts.
Shane facts. There are so many infinite options.
If you want a weird one, because of how France writes up their stuff. French Guiana actually is
Yeah,
not
plus
a
that's all you
colony.
gotta have.
It's actually technically part of France.
Distracts.
So France is actually on both sides of the is actually on both sides of the Atlantic Ocean.
They fucking would.
Shane fact.
Get those gains.
Oh, look at those wide shoulders. I actually kind of
Yeah,
like that.
that's actually some solid form.
He's a perfect isosceles triangle.
I mean, he's clearly bending the knees because his butt's not big enough to cover him
I
up.
don't think he is bending the knees. I think he's just got his butt.
He's just got rickets.
Yeah, well, it does help with the stability. All right.
But yeah, French colonial anything is fucking insane. Like, the British figured out how to do it. The French never figured out how to be colonizers. They just did it anyway and exploded anybody who said it.
My favorite one was when Napoleon
the
III
cannons.
tried to reconquer Mexico. So there's 100,
yeah.
so there's 200, which is the whole single Napoleon. There's 200 Mexicans with rifles. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna intimidate them by bayonet charging the fortified position until they get scared and run away.
And these were not like...
Their kill bots had a pre-programmed number, so I just wave after wave of my men at them until they shut down.
Well, these weren't like the kind of crappy Mexican soldiers that are around for a lot of their wars. This was like when they had a strong, trained, professional military force that could rival any European power of equal size. They were not the ones to bayonet charge.
Green tea ice cream.
Ice cream.
You have 4 of them, you get 12. If you have less than 4, you get nothing.
Yeah.
I hate the green tea ice cream.
What are our specials?
His brain always gets like 3 in round 1, and you just can't stop him.
Miso soup.
Sashimi. Oh, this is gonna be an interesting game.
Okay, this is bullshit. You literally could not pick out a set of things as more set to how you like to play this game.
I
You
understand.
literally
I
could
understand
not.
that you're a cheater.
I did.
And a whore!
Shane, you sound angry, and I haven't played this in a while, so I don't know what most of those are offhand. Would you mind explaining why Braden is about to fuck us?
Okay, first of all, Maki game. Great. Drives Ben nuts. If Ben is watching, the Maki game is the best game. It is fantastic, should be a part of every Sushi Go experience. Now that we've got that out of the way, wasabi, if you play it, any nigiri that gets passed you is ×3. So you can now never pass squid nigiri or you're just fucking the whole table.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because menu, use the play, draw cards to... Can't remember this one.
You draw 4 cards from the deck. You pick one.
Right.
That's your play for the turn.
And Braden always gets the card he wants. And then
That
you'll
is
draw,
not true.
and you'll get 3 egg nigiri and a salmon nigiri, and you'll fucking like it. Miso soup, 3 points. If another player plays at the same time, you both discard, and there's no points.
So
Oh
it's
my
a-
god.
It's a
He'll get 3 of them. We'll block each other. Sashimi, 3 of them equals 10.
everybody.
Everyone likes sashimi.
Yeah.
Appetizer, eel. Now I like this because we do a custom rule. If you have 1, it's -3. If you have ×2 or more, it's 7. But we don't do the or more. So if you have 4, you have
You
14.
do them in sets.
If you have 3,
Oh,
you
4.
get 4 points.
Oh, that's very...
Yes.
If
I
you
enjoyed
can get-
immensely.
And green tea ice cream, because it's not that many points,
You got the right amount of fruit.
but he will always get 4. I watched him grab 3 in the 4th round once.
Oh my god.
That's because everybody thought they were dead. So I just kept taking it.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And
But green tea ice cream just has a way of working out for me
And so-
historically,
and
which
so-
is why Shane hates it.
that's why we're about to get fucked.
I won't confess any skill in
But
it
it's
other than
also-
just capitalizing on opportunity.
It's only 12 points.
Yeah, it averages out to be 3 points in
Right.
this.
Yeah, I mean, that's significant, but not catastrophic.
It's one of the
overall.
weakest fruit games.
It is the weakest fruit.
Right.
It's not.
Dessert game, you mean?
Yeah,
Or
it-
dessert.
Yeah. Pudding is in the middle.
Yeah.
Just because pudding matters,
Pudding.
but how much it matters depends on
If
how
you get
the table
past 6 of them.
Yeah.
And it is
And that one
definitely
time, the table
diminishing.
passed me 6 of them. It was pretty great.
Alright.
Yeah, if someone just takes 6 of them and everyone else is left to fight over the remaining 4, assuming they all make it out, that gets nasty quick. The person who took 6 probably isn't going to win, but they have
But they're-
crafted their own amusement.
But he really enjoys himself watching the rest of the table, hypothetically speaking.
Yeah.
It was great.
And we're passing right to left.
Left, right.
Gotcha.
Left.
Oh, this
What
is
did I
hilarious.
get?
Oh boy. All right. This hand is inexperienced.
You know what the great part about this hand is? It's gonna
Things?
cause all kinds of problems for the rest of the table. So
believe that.
you all have fun with that.
Hold on.
Well, that remains to be determined. 1, 2, 3. Eel.
Bobby! Did you give me what I needed?
Probably not.
Shit, your hand sucks.
Yeah, I know. I took the good card.
So did I. You know the real problem? All those gotta rotate through you before they come back to me.
You know.
No, that's unfortunate, isn't it?
Yeah,
Sucks to be you.
but you can't pass wasabi.
You can. Actually, wasabi, if it gets passed, tends to be dead if it makes it through 3 or 4 passes.
Yeah. But you can never pass squid nigiri.
You can never pass squid nigiri, though, as long as wasabi's out.
1, 2, 3. Eel.
Sashimi.
I have a menu.
Nice call.
Where is the rest of the deck?
Oh, he's gonna try to pick out a
Pour off
squid.
the top.
I'm gonna try and pick out a squid.
Bobby.
Ta-da!
Oh my god.
And that's why this is bullshit. Pure fucking luck, and he gets it.
Or play one, return. Ooh, shuffle it.
It's gonna be-
Oh, fuck me. Alright, that's an experience. Alright.
Oh, no balls, no babies. Actually, wait. No. I just realized. Well, no, I just looked at the table and realized. Wait a minute. That's not how math works.
It could be. You don't know.
It's not. Even as an English major. That's art major math. 1, 2, 3. Green tea ice cream.
Menu.
Again?
Yeah, I'm not gonna pass it to you.
Now that does make sense.
Oh look, a squid nigiri Callahan will never have. I'm kind of proud of this, actually. Like, the first one was bullshit, the second one's just fun. What is this?
Have fun.
Mr. Nathaniel.
You're welcome. Make it everyone else's problem if you can.
I can't even hate right now.
I know, right?
This is literally the worst. Weirdly, I think this is the best card to take, and I'm extremely angry.
It's all Maki.
1, 2, 3. Maki.
Salmon. Ooh. Oh, I guess I could have passed on that. That's unfortunate. I played that wrong.
What is this? Fuck. Very angry
I
about
made a
this.
critical fail.
I mean, I'm angry about this too, but
Well, at least you
I
and
did my job.
I also did my job. But I'm
So,
very bitter about
bad news because you may have more job to do. 3. Sashimi.
sashimi.
Lucky.
Bad news, someone has more job to do.
How did this happen twice?
It's terrible, isn't it?
I'm very angry. There's nothing positive about this experience.
I thought there were 2 hands that looked like that.
I literally just passed a hand that looked exactly like it.
Like, I wanted to put him down earlier just to see how I could get away with it, but I was trying to actually win, which was my mistake. I should have just had fun.
You know what? This is either gonna go great, or everybody's gonna be unhappy.
Huzzah!
Oh, we're always unhappy anyway.
Well, I can't fix that.
1, 2, 3. Me.
Yep. Good. I'm fine with that.
Yeah, that tracks.
Do the menus stay out or they get shuffled back in for the next round?
They get shuffled in next round.
Okay.
They're just discarded for now. Yeah, that's bad. I just realized what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Good work.
There's nothing I can do about it.
Yeah, no.
Just do your. Yeah.
I'm doing it.
1, 2, 3. Miso.
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
Easy
Oh,
to
never mind. This might actually be. Well, fine.
No, I fucked up, man. I had a chance to get the third sashimi, and I didn't take it.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
perfect.
Yeah.
I wasn't paying attention early, and then I paid attention and
Yep.
went, wait.
1, 2, 3.
Just an egg.
Miso.
So the catch with miso is if more than one person
Yep.
plays it, they all
Yeah.
get it.
I fucked myself on.
Yeah. That sucks. I hate you.
Egg nigiri.
Yeah.
2 minus 3s. Yes.
All right.
That's how I was hoping you would play out.
I ended up with
I had
9
5
points.
maki. Who had? Did anyone else have 5 maki? I was gonna say, I think that might be enough.
Yeah, 4's enough because I only have 3.
So I got 6.
Yep.
And I get 3.
And I get nothing.
6. That's 13, 14 points for me.
I have 13 total.
I will claim 11.
The eels helped. I am not nearly as bad off as I thought I was.
Yeah, the problem was there were so many eels kicking around and there wasn't a safe way to take them.
I mean, early on, I almost took a second eel, and with how they went around, I didn't know there'd be that
More
many.
desserts,
I could have
please.
took a second one for 14,
If I
but I
had
just didn't
properly
know.
counting, I would have
Yeah.
taken the one
Wait,
that went to him.
Did I
and
just steal anybody's green tea ice cream?
No.
I think
There's
Shane's
only
the
one,
who
yeah.
played.
Okay.
And I purposely didn't take it because I saw an early wasabi, and then
Right.
it worked out, and is the only reason I'm still in this game.
I could have had 10 more points. Varying.
But yeah, because by the time I realized how
Yeah, 'cause
many
I was paying
there were, I
attention.
already passed 2. I was like,
at the time.
that's so hard.
Oh, at the time, nobody was paying
If I
attention.
grabbed
in
immediately
my
as the
hand,
third,
I was
like, I
oh
would have been
no,
able
I
to
need
do
to
it.
take
But
this. I was like, if I remember.
But 2 minus
correctly,
3s, that works
there
out.
wasn't
Yeah.
much nigiri around. I was like, I need to take this sandwich.
The other way I thought about
Like,
going is just doing like
there's
miso
still
soup
3
every turn
sashimi
beginning
out
when I saw those
there.
2
But then
hands.
everybody started playing.
Oh god, they were both so fucking garbage.
I should have taken the
But if you'd done it every turn
Yeah,
you got them first, you could have like 12 points at the
Oh,
beginning.
Even if
Yeah.
not something.
Even if I
about-
would have had to eat the like an egg nigiri on the wasabi. it's
Did we
still-
get more green tea ice cream in there?
Yes, more green tea ice
cool.
cream has been infused into the deck. It's kind of impressive how few of the green tea ice creams went
Yeah,
out
there's a
round
lot.
one. There's going to be
Yeah.
a bunch of it floating around here in a moment.
It's just gonna make it tempting to pass, which is how we keep fucking up stuff. As we do.
It's Outer Great on Amazon Prime. What is
Yes.
the secret level? I've heard some stuff about that.
Are you familiar with Love, Death, and Robots?
Yes,
No.
No.
you should be.
Yes, it is. Love, Death, and Robots is a spectacular, like, spec-fic sci-fi stuff. Secret Level has much better, like, quality in general. It is focused on video games, and they're just little vignettes from these various video games interpreting or reinterpreting things in ways that are fascinating.
Okay.
Pac-Man is a fucking horror movie.
But also,
It's
That-
you
spectacular.
should definitely watch Love Death.
Also that.
Right.
It is fucking
I
adorable.
haven't seen Secret Level, but Love, Death, and Robots
And we're
definitely.
passing to the right this time.
Passing to the right.
Ah.
That's my life.
Damn it, I don't want to give you people these things.
I mean, I feel that. It's like, this is the play you have to do based on my opening hand,
Yep.
but I want to take 3 other cards instead.
I'm right there with you.
So I'm very unhappy about this.
Thank you for being responsible with me, Shane.
That's a word. 1, 2, 3. Sashimi.
Oh, I was the responsible. I see.
I was still responsible if you see the rest of my hand.
Alright, well, that's all gross.
Guess we will do that.
This is my life now.
Oh, you do that too.
Ooh, here's the decision.
I have a question, but I don't want to ask it because it'll be funny and still good for me regardless of the answer.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
I
Green
know
tea
what
ice
your
cream.
question is.
Or
One
wasabi.
per wasabi.
Yep.
I took a sushi.
Oh, it's made by the guys who do Love, Death, and Robots.
That makes way more sense.
They very much the Pac-Man horror, like cosmic fucking horror show, very much has Love, Death, and Robots vibes. They also have a
Well, I
Warhammer
discovered
one,
a few
which
weeks
is
ago. I
awesome.
just discovered Meat Canyon, so that's been the experience.
Meat.
Same vibe, but more like cerebral.
Sounds like a porno movie.
It does, but it is disturbing animation on levels that.
Honestly, I can't inherently say that it's not a porno. Just
Depending
because
on the episode.
people on the internet get so weird, I could see it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Are you prepared?
Two,
Are you
three.
prepared?
Sashimi.
Special menu.
Ew.
Let's see if I can channel a little brain.
Nah, I took all the luck out of that deck already. It's gone. You'll get nothing like it.
Well, I could draw another special menu. I got 2 of those this one.
Nah, you'll still get nothing like it.
I'm gonna take the sashimi. Does this stays in the deck or it's gone?
The menu is discarded for the rest of the round.
How about the 4 cards that I had drawn?
Shuffle back into the deck.
Alright, so that's out. These get shuffled in.
Oh boy, this is an experience. All right, there you go.
Whee!
This is me. Unfortunate.
See, the problem when you have to do the same move every time is as a chess player, that usually means you're fucked.
Yeah.
Even when it works out, it usually means you're fucked. Because you don't want the other person dictating your moves.
I get it.
1, 2, 3. Sashimi.
Seven to get
You
it.
got it.
There's so much fucking sashimi out there.
There is way too
Yeah.
much.
There is so much.
Ah, so we're doing that. Alright.
There were a lot of options I had.
Alright.
There aren't any that block you from doing a lot.
I mean,
of shit.
that's fair. That is fair. Good. 1, 2, 3. Green tea ice cream.
Eel.
6 eels again. Good God. You thought you miscounted for a moment. Should have been embarrassing as a science guy. At a lower arts table, never live that down. 1, 2, 3. Maki.
Damn it again.
Holy shit, I got away with it.
You did. Good job.
There's a non-zero amount of that kicking around too.
Proud of you.
Oh,
By which I mean meh.
that goes.
Three. Maki.
Mucky. I'm getting nothing.
Seems like it.
Oh, that's an easy decision.
I got mine.
1, 2, 3. Maki.
Got one.
You did? Oh, good.
You fucker, I'm so proud of you.
More Maki.
That's what I was counting.
Go
I
out,
was like,
Rob.
wait, is this rolling back to me? I was like, 1, 2. No, it's shit right in the fucking
Yeah,
face.
I also did that math when I got the hand and went,
So,
oh,
then-
nah, this is fun.
so I had the most, so 16 minus 3 is 13 points. So I'm 27 total.
This is sashimi.
Look, I was taking sashimi because I saw
Everybody
there's a
started.
bunch of it.
I will get 22.
Yeah, my opening hand was 3 sashimi, which is why I had to take one just to see it come around, and it turns out everyone fucking had it.
It's 17, which gets me to 26.
And I will take 15, which will also get me to 26.
Oh, hello.
Greetings. I feel like we've been here before, Nathan.
You should all feel
Last
bad. I didn't
round.
even get to pull bullshit this time.
How we doing on green tea ice cream? Shane has 2.
I'm fine.
He has 3.
He has 3. Shane cannot be allowed to have 3.
No, I clearly just have 1.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Don't forget my cards.
Oh, yes.
Actually, you can allow me to have green tea ice cream. I mean, what difference is it gonna make at this point?
I
Potentially a lot.
I don't feel like rewarding your bad behavior from last game on purpose. If it happens, it happens.
If it can be avoided.
If you would join me in bad behavior, he would have won instead of the old man.
I did join you in bad behavior. It didn't work out. If you'll recall, I also was on Fruit Mogul. You'll note we took 3rd and 4th.
No, you blocked him instead of just giving him cards he needed. We
Yeah,
could
there-
have king made.
Actually, I mostly blocked him.
He did
Yeah.
block me.
There was a
Oh,
I mostly blocked Callahan.
yeah. If he hadn't hate drafted me, I would have been way.
I did hate draft Nathan,
no.
but I also hate drafted Callahan.
So just deal me a green tea ice cream to be funny. Or the first person who has to pass me one has two.
It would be really funny.
It would be.
It would also be somewhat infuriating, but really funny.
Yeah, I
We
don't,
call that pulling a Braden.
I don't think we catch him at that point.
I mean, honestly, think of the chances of me not getting one, considering there's only 3 out. It would be the most infuriating anti-Braden thing ever.
It would.
Oh, you can
The
get me
odds
anytime you
are
fucking want, but
insanely
there's
low,
none.
Since there's 7 still in the deck.
That's a lot.
It's a ton
and,
for this
and
late
special
game.
menus. So
Yeah,
it's-
like there are
Yeah.
opportunities.
Huh. 4 in a hand. You don't see that too often.
interesting.
Anyway. Now I'm done lying. Good God, it's a fucking power hand, though. Anyway, we're
Yeah,
passing...
very much on the all right.
passing
Count,
right or
you
left.
One job.
Alright.
Sorry that you're forfeiting your next pick. Know that I suffer with you.
That's power.
And you passed me green tea ice cream, right?
But I did pass you a lot.
1, 2, 3. Green tea ice cream.
Yeah, damn.
Wasabi.
I had to try. Everybody had to try.
We appreciate the effort.
I didn't try. I was gonna make you try.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
I'm gonna try a new.
And I'm going to be different for Slob. I had to hope you didn't have.
Yeah, no, it's the right play.
Because there were 2
Yeah.
in mine.
Yeah.
FY.
So, I mean, literally, if you 3'd and then he got a 4th, then yeah, that...
It was, since I saw 2, I thought the odds were pretty good that we might be able to hold things up. Compared to where I thought they were before the cards were dealt.
That's a problem with hope. You come up here and then...
Look, it wasn't a lot.
Mm-hmm. So that means we start with what? 5 of those in hand?
Yes.
At least.
Jesus.
2, 3. Miso!
Squid nigiri.
Sushi, God,
You're welcome.
I need my green tea ice cream.
I hate you.
12 versus 9. You can do the math.
I can. That doesn't make me hate you less.
That's a
That is.
Alright.
I mean, it's fun. 1, 2, 3. Miso?
Menu. I don't know what I need. The deck will tell.
Ooh, what's the deck tell you need?
Another menu, apparently. We're big and deep, boys.
Go for that oil.
Mesa.
That's it. That's the best you got.
Hey, stop chains Mesa.
Oh, so you're just being it. Oh, so you're just being a dick. Wow. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
That's funny.
The deck told me what I needed, and it was apparently miso soup. So these are in the bin. These go back to the deck.
When 80% of games, the one time Shane comes back, fuck him.
Sidith is wondering if we would try wasabi ice cream.
No.
I
I'll
would.
try anything once.
I'll try anything once.
Same.
No.
Coward. Nailed it.
One brain cell and damn is it good.
Yeah, unless Shane has the brain cell.
No. Usually that just makes it even better. The problem is it doesn't have any weapons.
Alright.
2, 3. Wasabi.
You.
Mucky. Gross.
Yeah, right?
Summon nigiri.
Salmon nigiri.
More miso soup.
Wonderful.
Yeah, we know you're old. That's the thing. That's before you got that COVID fog. You should stop catching that.
You really should. It's a bad plan.
New vaccines out. 1, 2, 3. Miso?
Salmon. Salmon.
I was wrong, I think.
So is that one for each of you, or do one of you have to? That's one for each of you.
That's
right?
one for each of us, yeah.
Yeah.
One, two, three. Maki.
And
Miso.
this is not difficult. No, is it? How many eels do you have over there, Callahan?
Just the one.
Interesting. I don't like having to make decisions. Yeah. Alright, I'm good with this choice.
Egg nigiri.
And then I get a 0 sashimi.
And
There was enough green tea ice cream in there
For
in
another
the
one.
last round for me to have gotten it.
I
would have
I was like, I think there's only 2. Oh,
I
was paying
miscounted. I thought there was one less, but even you would have paid attention at that point.
I was paying attention. I was like, I could go for it, but it's too late in the round for me to without somebody picking up.
so I get 10 points because I got sashimi off, but my eel killed all of my nigiris.
2, 4, 6. Looks like I got 9.
That's
27.
me, one ahead of you.
Look, I did what I had to do.
I'm gonna put you on 35.
You would have been way more than one ahead of me if I'd let you get
So
that eel.
27 for Nathan, 35 and 27.
62.
So how does Maki work when two of us are tied for second place?
And I believe it's the same as the Uramaki. I believe
Oh,
you
we're
both
tied.
get
Maybe I get
value.
more points.
We both got 2.
So yeah, enjoy your 3 points.
Cool.
Neat. Just leaving Braden even further
6,
behind.
9. And
Look, I regret nothing.
That,
I'll handle you last.
that was a beautiful move though with the miso soup and the special menu.
Yeah, I was very proud of it.
Yeah, I liked that a lot. I was like, the hell are you doing? I was like, oh, it's just hate. It's
just so you know, it made no difference.
I know it made no difference, but it made me feel slightly better.
You know what? That's okay.
I
I
feel
appreciate
better
that.
because having screwed up that.
And if it makes
sashimi
you
on
feel
the first
better, I
round,
also
my
cost
score,
Callahan
like my place would have been
10 points.
exactly the same.
Because he took a -3 instead of a +7. So my taking a 3-point hit, where it didn't matter, cost Callahan literally 10 points.
That's pretty spectacular.
And you still.
And it still didn't matter, but it made me feel better. So know that while I was mean to you,
Much
I
more
was
spread
much
out
meaner
forward
to
this time.
him.
And that's kind of odd because that board is kind of built for your type of style, and you end up in 4th, which I would not have picked.
I mean, the cards didn't fall out
What
the
the
way I
fuck?
did.
How are you scoring so many points? I could consistently. Insane.
I don't know.
The
He got a
problem I
wasabi and
was running
squid.
into is that
You got eels.
I kept having to take squid early,
Mm.
which was jamming up my early.
It's still worth 3, but yeah, you were keeping them away from me, who always got the wasabi.
Yeah, like there was enough wasabi kicking around always. I was like,
Yeah, I got really lucky on the first round to ignore green tea ice cream, expecting you guys to do all the work for me, which was accurate.
I mean, I also
So I
ignored.
immediately got a wasabi and got past squid nigiri instantly, and then I got right on eel. Like, I just built and let you guys deal
I
with all
had
the
considered, like, just handing him the green tea ice cream, like, not hate drafting it, going, there's so much in the deck, he's going to have one in his hand, and just completely skirting my abilities for a round, but I didn't. I grabbed it anyway.
Yeah,
And
the difference is that from my end, I've got both of you to go through to get to him. If that had been reversed, I absolutely would have slapped it down.
Yeah, you'll note I was busy doing my part, but the problem was I never saw enough of anything to
make
build
it
a
work.
reasonable strategy of anything.
I did think about doing your strategy because there was enough miso out there spread out, and just in the beginning, I was just gonna go miso, miso, miso.
That's
Honestly,
all I
it
had to do.
would've
And I was
been
like,
solid.
it's 27 points if you can pull it off,
Yeah.
right? So it's
You just have to pull it off, and with nobody else taking it in the early game, it's totally
I
possible.
mean, the problem with round 3 was it was always mathematically more viable for me not to take points because I
Yeah.
was costing people so many points.
yes.
Yep. I think that might actually be a big contributing factor to why I came out so far ahead, because
Callahan and Shane would both have been much closer, and I was being a major bully to Callahan and a little bit to Shane because the menu miso is just fucking fun.
I do appreciate
I
that.
absolutely
Yeah. I appreciate the fairness. At first, I was like, doesn't he realize that? Oh, of course he fucking
I in
realizes
fact
that. Yeah.
didn't realize that. And I was like, I don't know what I need from the deck. I'm not in a position where I can pick a lane. So I'm just going to let the deck tell me what I need. And I revealed garbage maki, eel, and menu. And went, well, that's not a signal at all. And then I saw the miso and I was like, all right, I can do that. I have no regrets.
Indeed.
How about the Grape Fawn ice cream that was out last year or the year before?
Why?
No idea what that is.
I would try grape buns. It
Mustard?
looks like a
That-
rich person's
I would-
mustard.
I would try it, but I would not try much of it.
I was gonna say,
Very
would try
low
a spoon
expectations.
of it. I wouldn't want to have you serve me a bowl.
I would eat an entire bowl of it as long as it was on camera and the off chance that I had an amusing reaction.
You know, that's true.
I would-
there is
I would not do
precedent
that.
for me doing that as well. Gestures at our candy cane sampling from last year or the year before.
Yeah, we'll eat heinous things on
Yeah,
camera.
we haven't checked to see if
100%.
our McPhee has come out with
Almost
anything
bought-
terrible in the last 2 years.
I almost bought a Satan's toe, which is a super hot lollipop. So
I mean, on a scale from 1 to 1 chip challenge, what are we talking?
I can't remember how many souls it is. Hold on. Let's see.
They were really tiny little containers. Yeah, I'll fucking bet they were.
Yeah, the horrible sounds like what that is.
I think people were getting blisters from holding them in the mouth for too long.
Oh,
That would track. I mean, if you have something with enough scope.
Because when I think I want candy, I think I want blister to be inside of my tongue.
Oh, yeah, atomic fireballs are great.
I've been in that mood before. I'm usually not, but I've been there.
All right. Let's see. Hellfire,
makes me
chili
miss
extract,
90 more.
skullful, heat reading of 9 million.
That is too many Scovilles.
900 times hotter than jalapeno, and hotter than the hottest pepper.
Oh god.
Yeah, that is
That's
way
worse
too
than a
many
ghost
Scovilles.
Yeah, no, that's too bad.
Look,
9
I
million.
draw the line at bodily harm, and that thing would inflict it.
I mean, a ghost pepper is technically a chemical weapon.
See, my question is there an upper limit to that? And are we going to discover that through, like, mathematics and chemistry, or by some crazy motherfucker distilling pepper?
No, the fame's gonna be Timmy. Haven't you seen the show?
I'm
Running
pretty
another
sure-
Timmy.
That's what this is. It's just a pepper extract where they took
Have you
they
eaten more
took
than
that
I
chemical
can
and they're just like, mix it with sugar.
Just going at, like, okay, this is the maximum physically possible heat that will not actively
Yeah,
make you immediately
This
vomit.
will kill you. But it'll be cherry.
That doesn't make it better.
That's,
Pick your choice of topping.
that might be the best scene out of the Fallout series. Where it's just like, it really was one of Vault-Tec's, the suicide pill really was one of Vault-Tec's greatest creations. Kills painlessly. They flavored it with banana. Like,
Yeah, we had a long discussion at work tonight because one of the people was asking about open world games, and
Some catch dudes.
Drake mentioned Fallout 4. I was like, yeah, but Fallout New Vegas, hands down. And then we went on a Fallout New Vegas rip for probably 30 minutes.
I did pick up Fallout 4 on the Steam sale because I do want to see another Fallout game. And 3 or 4 was obviously going to be the right direction to go with that. I'm going with 4 because I heard 4 was better than 3.
3 is a classic. 4 is mechanically and visually better.
is 4 the one where you can build your
Yes.
world?
Yes.
Yeah, that's definitely the one I would go.
Yeah, so I'm going to try that and see how I like it compared to New Vegas. The Cowboy Ronin will return at some point because I have a brand now, and it is What's a Gun?
You can absolutely run the Cowboy Ronin. That is very.
I'm actually kind of proud of myself for only using guns like once or twice, and it was because I had to do a puzzle that required a projectile, and a grenade wouldn't do it.
The in that game, there's an island. You'll know when you see it. And I just built, like, what's it called? It's a Rube Goldberg machine
Oh,
The one-
Yeah.
the one that does
that just
keep
sorts.
going.
So I could just dump garbage in it and pull certain levers, and I was like, I want this kind of bullet. And pull the lever, and it would start like just sorting the components in a certain direction.
Yeah, that
It
was
would all
the
fall out.
beautiful
The
part of
math
playing
of
the
figuring
cowboy.
that shit out
I'll bet it was fucking
was
sick.
beautiful, and you got to keep stacking up levels and making them come back down, or just drop off a conveyor belt in the right spot.
God, it's like you turned Fallout 4 into Satisfactory before Satisfactory was a thing.
I don't know what Satisfactory is.
It's exactly what you described,
But an
Is it a
entire
video
but an
game?
entire game,
It's so good.
and it's on Steam. Yes.
Is that the one you automated the island to the point where raiders would attack, get killed by automated things, the bodies would get picked up, and then the machine would just run?
No, I still had to walk around picking up all the loot, and then I just dump it in there, and it's just like, but there's a little blip. It's just like, this town is being attacked, and it's just gone. And it's like, whoop! And I was just like, yep, that's it.
Well, that's
How long it takes. I'll go pick that loot up later. Oh, look, more legs. Sorting them around. It's so many legs.
Yeah, I wouldn't say Fallout 4 is. It's not a masterpiece like Vegas was, but it is still very.
I can't even remember the story.
I'm okay with very good. Like, I don't expect to like it better than Vegas going in because Vegas was pretty much precisely my jam,
Yeah,
and I figure that any deviation from that can't be as good.
It's still solid.
But I'm okay with solid. Like,
Right.
I just want a frame of reference because that New Vegas is the only Fallout game I have played.
Yeah.
Period. And you gotta have a frame of reference to understand it.
Starting with the best one and working down is, was it New Vegas that I? Yeah, it was. It was New Vegas
New
was the one that I
is
had
generally
taken.
agreed on.
Could
I
be
had taken
4
time
and then
off of
3.
The
You'll get some arguments because some
do
people
for 4 too.
like really RPG. I heard really RPG Fallout enthusiasts may argue 3 because it feels more like a Fallout game. Or I've heard that 4 veers off that,
4
but 4 is the better overall game
4
experience.
simplifies a lot of the mechanics,
Yeah.
but it has a much more kind of cohesive core
Yeah.
gameplay loop than 3 does in a lot of ways, and frankly, it's just better designed.
And they finally got rid of that system that was broken when they made them make New Vegas out of it, or that was broken when they made 3 out of it.
yeah,
And,
that's
like
the problem.
three is respected for good reason.
Yeah.
It's not bad by any stretch of the imagination, but in my opinion, 4 is just better on basically every level, unless you want to get really crunchy into the skills.
Yeah, and I generally don't because it's pretty. Once you know what you can get away with in the skills, there's not a lot of crunch to it. It's just go find books and go see how many augmentations you can get.
Don't care what anyone says. You have not played every Fallout experience until you play a 10 luck Weird Wild Wastelands New Vegas game.
Oh, I did that already. Luck was one of the stats I played up early. Like you remember the Cowboy Run, and his strengths were strength, luck, and constitution.
Well, ironically, they'll play it with a gun because the luck triggers a lot more when you're firing random shit.
It does.
I will take your
Way
word
more.
on that because bear in mind,
Like when you just fire into the wasteland and suddenly
Something that
it zooms in and you're like, huh? And the bullet just goes right in the back of the head. It's like, oh.
huh, neat.
they're gonna be.
And then it zooms out and it's like, I don't know. It's
That's
a
too far
long way
away.
from loot.
They'll never pin that.
My feet are kind of sore. No one could have really seen that. Yeah, exactly.
Well, and
Or when you see like a grenade bounce between your legs and go past you in slow motion and then blow up behind you and you're fine.
I owe myself at least one more New Vegas playthrough too because after I beat the game, as far as I was going to beat it, I took a look at guns for comparison. Like I had no more places to put skill points, so I had to put them in all the gun skills. Jesus Christ, guns are way more powerful than the flaming sword guns.
Oh,
Yeah.
And I was like, oh,
You're
Really?
one-shotting
They freeze them up.
everything, and then you go into VATS and you're just like one shot.
I'm gonna let you in on a secret.
You didn't VATS either.
I didn't VATS either because you don't VATS in a melee run. You
Yeah.
can. You shouldn't.
Cheating.
Well, it's not fun to watch. Like, I made Fallout New Vegas an action-adventure game because I refused to use guns and therefore bad.
So use guns, luck, and make yourself an idiot, and then laugh at all the dialogue options. Like seriously, knock your intelligence down to 1.
Oh my god, 1 intelligence is so fun.
Yeah. Every person's dialogue changes. Because you are literally a drooling fucking moron.
And they changed your dialogue too. You're just like, stuff, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Like,
the problem is I could see
do
how
it because
you
I
could do,
say
like,
so.
multiple New Vegas
Yeah.
playthroughs.
Yeah.
Like how
There-
Obsidian
there
did
are-
that in 9 months is unbelievable.
It's insane.
Yeah.
It's just insane.
Chaining their employees in. Beating them.
Triples has redeemed a hydrate and a stretch.
Well, that's good, because now I gotta go stretch and get water. Here I go.
I got tea, so that's the hydrate covered.
Yeah, you know you've had a good year when the delivery guy is like, how much weight have you lost? 71 pounds.
You wonder, trainer God, if he could
Yeah.
get some ice
The
grab
answer
that
is a significant proportion of most other people.
Look,
Yeah.
I wanted a unique run for New Vegas, and that's not something you're necessarily going to get on a first playthrough by being conventional, Bad Claw. I suspected I was not playing optimally, but damn it if I didn't put together a solid build that was kind of its own brand of murder machine.
Goddamn right.
It's a lot of fun too.
Like, I was going up to stalkers and going, "Sup, bro?" And then there were 5 of them, and I was like, I only meant to challenge 2.
That's not honorable combat.
And then I...
As one does against Death Claws.
Yeah, the death clause, that was...
Especially when you have the Alpha and the
Yeah.
Omega and the Mother and the Father. Yeah.
The Alpha and Mother Deathclaw fight in the quarry was hard as fuck with my build.
Wasn't that the one where you kept trying
Oh,
to...
yeah, it would be.
Fucking bet it was.
I did it, but it was hard as fuck.
Was that the one where you kept having to lead a bunch of guys in to get slaughtered and then you just tried to punch and clean up?
Yes.
That was really funny. I remember
It did
watching
work.
that.
I cannot imagine.
Eventually.
It did take some sciencing to get to that point.
Yeah, because I was one of the... I can't remember which faction it was, but it was a faction where like, he got like 10 people who were not properly armed to deal with death claws. But then they would go out, get slaughtered, and he would try to punch through. And it failed a lot before it worked, but it was entertaining to watch.
Oh, I died in a new and creative way.
Because once in a while, he'd be like, hey, and there'd be a gunshot, and Brady streaming would be like, fuck you, we're not ready yet! And there'd be like one loose guy shooting, and the game all claw.
Yep, and it's just like, no, 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 no. Oh.
If you shoot there, you'll kite all of them in!
I'm actually looking forward to you playing the Cowboy Ronin in Fallout 4.
Like, I kind of feel like
For
I'm
people who know, the Mirelurk Queen and Swan. It's gonna be a thing.
I would also like to see him play the same thing in Fallout 3. Because if you did the DLCs to Fallout 3, the swamp, where you walk in thinking you're a big swinging dick as you beat the game. And then they teach you, boy. They teach you with the
teach you right
first
quick.
fucking confrontation.
Macwell says, see, that's why I wander the wasteland with a sniper rifle. It's just bats, heads to explode. Yeah, because you're boring.
No, it's fun. I agree with him.
It is fun.
I do like just camp it out, and I was just like, oh, look at it.
Look, when I finally found the Gehenna, that was just like the light bulb moment of, wait a minute, this build suddenly became viable.
The only thing that made Vegas so good, though, was like, I'd watch these videos on what makes Vegas so good, see different people's opinions, and I'd be like, yeah, and in this part of the game, when you let the Legion walk away, well, you can't let the Legion walk away. Then Caesar comes and introduces you later. That was an option? I just always blew him up every fucking time. I didn't even know you could let him walk away.
I don't think I've ever sided with the Legion. I just...
Well, and then like, years later, I put like 5 hours on Vegas, it'd be so like, yeah, and it's really easy to miss, but you can even see the Enclave. Like, wait, no, that's Fallout 3. There is no Enclave in New Vegas. I'm watching it's like, the fuck? Where did that come? What? Like, the fact a 14-year-old game that you put like 900 hours in can still have curveballs that you didn't fucking find is amazing. Or for most players, how long did you have to play before you figured out, oh, you can actually join the Powder Gators?
first playthrough.
Well, that doesn't surprise me with you.
I was.
But the
very
tutorial
nice
kill
person.
people.
I
was a
can
very nice
figure
person.
out. I figured out that you could ally with them just because I had an alliance with them. But in my defense, by the time that was a lesson that I had learned about how alignments work, I had done the quest lines out of order and had exterminated their base before finding the quest to do it.
What were you?
Oops.
Were you in like the middle
I was
of
also in his
exterminating their
situation.
base?
It's
when
like-
that came up in
like,
chat?
oh.
So I seem
I'm
to
like,
remember
oh,
a conversation about that while you were murdering the last like 8 people.
Yeah, I vaguely seem to recall that being how that worked out, and I finally saw a quest failure, and I was like, what's that? I didn't have a quest for this. And then someone explained it to me, and I'm like, well,
You murdered them all.
they had to die.
They did.
They left that poor doggo outside and did not let him in their fence.
It was very cool.
It was very cruel, and I objected, and that was the final straw.
And
They
just-
had stuff that I wanted.
And just
I
because
didn't even want their stuff.
just those dogs had rattlesnake tails doesn't mean you keep them out in the cold.
Yeah, no, that you
Like-
give them scratches on both.
Let's face it, the best
I was
part of
willing
those
to let a lot ride with
walkthroughs
them.
is when you know they're reaching an area where they're about to learn a lesson and they don't know it. And you're just like, oh, come on, Brayden, just a little bit to the left, a little bit to the left. Oh, coyotes. I'm the Night Stalker.
Oh, look at the harmless little. Oh dear God, no!
What's that sound? Is there a snake in this game?
I hear something
Oh, God.
because the headphones I have are really good at just immersing you into what you're doing. So I'm like,
Mm.
I hear something. It sounds like a danger noodle that needs to be cut down. Or my other favorite was when I found my first alpha spider that I didn't even see. I was just in the middle of doing something
Scorpion,
in
wasn't it?
Nipton.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the scorpion.
Yeah, where
I was in the middle of doing something and I died in one hit from something I didn't even see.
I remember watching it that time. All of a sudden, it's just like boom. It's like, ah!
Yeah, like I didn't even see what did me in, and
Yeah,
and then
you-
I saw just the tail edge of. Is that an alpha red scorpion? I
Yeah,
didn't know those came in.
Yeah, that was the thing. You were following somebody off into the desert.
Yeah, I was
you
following
weren't
the survivor of the with
You
Nippon.
weren't supposed
You
to
got off the
follow.
road.
Yeah.
But
Well,
yeah, and then he stopped, and then you just got stabbed.
For
in the
all I
ass.
knew, he was going to give me a quest if I followed him. And
And
instead,
oh
I
boy,
terrorized
did
him. And then the things he found terrorized me.
And of course, the irony of that is, if you think about it, if someone runs screaming from a town about how lucky they are, following him does make more sense than going to see what.
Yeah.
Yet every time in the game, you go into the town, unless you're Brayden, then you go die.
Look, I made a lot of entertaining choices that
You did.
Like going into New Vegas blind was fucking hilarious.
What's
100%.
What's a jackal? Can I talk to them? No.
I cannot talk to them. I am now. They have insulted the Cowboy Ronin by refusing to parlay, and now it is sword fight time.
No. Good night, Dribbles.
No,
Night,
good night.
Nice.
Also, there's a Pokemon.
Of course, that's Pokemon.
Oh, they escaped.
Oh no.
Yeah, like looking back on what I did, I could see because there were a number of plot threads that I just also couldn't follow up on for one reason or another. I assume it has to do with other choices I made.
Yeah. Or like.
Mm-hmm.
I never did find the missing gun from the museum.
Well, it's also so far out of its time because it feels so much more open world than a lot of later RPGs just because your decisions to
They
some
have
extent matter.
so much
They cut
impact.
off quests, they shape the world, they change the politics.
Yeah.
And to think if that team could do like a remake of that game today and have a proper amount of time and engine to do it.
Oh my
it would
god,
be
it's in
What
there.
I'd really like to see is that code just get leaked and to have somebody open
Yeah.
world server that shit.
Mm.
Like, that would be fucking awesome.
Well, it's because like something they used to do, which they don't do now, because it's not cost efficient. Like part of the reason Skyrim was so interesting and like New Vegas is the way you'd bring up your junior developers was they would have like a team be like, okay, you guys are relatively new. You'd be like, okay, make some NPCs in this area, just do an interesting side quest. And so you had these small teams getting their coding chops by making these interesting side quests.
Yeah.
Like, did you ever find the one in Skyrim about the god of drink? That's fucking hilarious. That's
It's
a
so
wild
good.
side quest. And it's like, yeah, those would be like 4 guys like us, like, why don't we just have him get really drunk, black out, because it turns out he lost to a campaign to a drinking god, and then he has to retrace his steps. And that is a side quest, and it just goes off the rails immediately and keeps going. But when you have 4 guys just doing a side quest there, that makes this little chunk of the world way more interesting while they're developing the main story.
Yeah, you get a couple of people to put a lot of effort into a little thing, and then that reflects back upon the rest of the world. It's a great way to do it.
Yep. What are you gonna do with the extra writers? Have them write a bunch of books about Skyrim history. You can just find them anywhere. Yeah. And some of those were legitimately solid.
Mhm.
So I give it a page or 2, and some of them were just fucking funny. I mean, the fucking meme of the lusty Argonian mate.
This thing.
Wow. Oh, this is something. Turn the page. Yep.
This is exactly what I fucking thought it was.
I shouldn't be reading this.
Why would
Turn
you
the
do
page.
Well, there's a part of me that wants to just try siding with all the factions too, just to see how those plot lines go.
Mhm.
It's a lot of playthrough time.
I know it is. Like,
It is.
some of them are not mutually exclusive.
Even if you grab a specific save points at certain
I saw
like intersections of the game, it's still a lot of playtime.
I saw a YouTube video where someone managed to be in the best favor with every faction.
Oh, damn.
And that's just like, how would you even...
You would have to perfect the order of how you do it.
Yeah.
You would have to
Yes.
figure out, because some of them are contradictory, so you have to figure out which ones drop you by how much and raise you and then balance
Yeah,
them out.
the science behind that is
Yeah.
just incredible. I love that that's possible.
And at that point, you've got to have access to the back end. Like, you have to
Yeah.
look at the fucking code and figure out what's doing what precisely.
Yep.
The Fallout wiki is really good for that. So you don't even have
True.
to
That is
do
fair.
the code. You can
I-
use that as a resource.
That tracks entirely.
So they've got that all mapped out. But yeah, it was crazy. Like, I'm even curious to see how Legion works now that I've done my playthrough. Like, I exterminated the bejesus out of them because they insulted me. But I was willing to hear them out until they were getting to that point where they were starting to get up.
Well, even
On my first playthrough, I genuinely liked Caesar. He is a fun, interesting character.
He's an interesting character for sure.
he's an interesting villain because he is not the all.
He still had that.
He's still yeah, but he's not like the all evil for the sake of being evil type
No,
guy. Like
yeah,
he will
yeah.
philosophically argue. It's like, okay, you don't really understand Roman history the way you think you do, but it's interesting seeing how that changed his thinking.
Yeah, his philosophy is monstrous.
Yeah.
But it's completely rational, and you can understand why he believes it and why people follow it.
And it worked in that world.
Yeah.
Like they said, like
Like-
you got bandits in California all the time, but in the game world in Caesar's area, the merchants could travel.
Yeah, and he started off in a horrible fucking place, and it couldn't do an NCR style situation. They would have been eaten alive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was really cool. Like, I could see myself playing that again. It's just, I don't know that I've got
Yeah.
300, 400 hours
Yeah.
to sink in.
Although-
The first playthrough was 160.
Who did you do for your infection?
The Brotherhood of Steel.
I highly Caesar's Legion is a fun one. I also suggest doing frankly both paths for Mr. House.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went along with
Those
what
are my
Mr. House wanted for quite a while
Mm.
until he was like, you have to go to the Brotherhood of Steel. I'm like, logically this makes sense, but also fuck you. Now you're done.
Yeah. I mean, at the end, it's just I try to play other factions, but I'll be honest, the overwhelming desire to just rule the wasteland, I always end up just taking control.
As I say,
Yeah.
That's my desire.
Because I think playing like the NCR until the point where they tell you to have your robot army stand down, choosing not to is just funny. That cuts
Oh
you
yeah,
down.
'cause they just don't see it coming.
Yeah.
It blindsides them completely, and I'm like,
I'm giving the orders here. And then the happy robot just grabs the general, and you see him flying off the top of the dam.
Oh, we didn't even get that far. I was on good enough terms with the NCR in my playthrough. It was like, we didn't throw him off the dam. It was, no, I'm making the rules.
Yeah.
And
I threw him off the dam. The cutscene was hilarious.
I believe you.
And I just like the fact that whoever, like, when they tell the stories at the end, depending on how you treat each faction, changes it from
Oh,
when they
and
were
your
wiped out, they're
companions, too.
fine.
Like it,
Yeah, exactly.
I just like that companions will equip themselves with whatever you're having them carry.
Yep.
That's a good.
finding out
Until
they
you
could-
until you forgot that you gave them grenades, and she really should not throw that in a narrow fucking hallway where you're standing right in front of her.
No, never give them grenades. Never give them missile launching.
Gives them
anything.
power armor.
The
Yeah,
fuck
give
is
them power
the
armor.
fuck is that streaking by my head? Oh.
Oh, that's Duke. I made mistakes.
Yeah, as you're watching go into the corner, you're staying 10 feet away from.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
There
that's
is
fine.
definitely
As it
part of me
flies
that wants to
into the
build a
rat
machine
you
gunner
are.
in that game.
The
Pretty
mini
bad.
nuke launcher is one of my favorite things.
It is.
There was it? It might have been New Vegas. There was a mutant stronghold.
Oh.
They were all in there, and I just stood outside and
Oh,
just
cool.
peppered it with like a dozen mini nukes. I was like, and it was just mushroom clouds fucking everywhere, and I was like, everything's definitely dead.
is real one.
Yeah.
That Bad Claw, you know that I would have seen this in like an hour, right? I don't know what I'm saying. Be happy.
Indoor voice!
Oh shit, city. That's it.
Zombies, eh?
Zombies indeed.
Okay, never mind. Excitement is warranted. Holy shit.
That's what I gotta say, the preview to a 28 weeks later kind of looks amazing, but it bugs me because they specifically made the rules for the zombies in that world, and they should not be around at that point. So something had to have happened, but, you know, realism, I get it, it's a movie, but still.
I mean, that's a great opportunity to exhibit that realism. Like, they said it there for a good reason. Because you can show them, like, sure, the zombies shouldn't be around by then, but there's going to be some people who aren't smart enough to wait that long. So then it goes from hordes to, I mean, they're, in that series, they're fucking sprinter zombies when they start out at least. It goes from that to death pits where they just circle your fucking bunker for weeks, followed by spontaneous assault out of fucking nowhere. Like, that is the way to run that.
And the trailer was great. Like the voiceover was creepy as hell. Like that looks like legitimate nightmare fuel.
That's probably because it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, we've hit 10 o'clock, which is our traditional stop point now. So I think this is a good opportunity for us to thank everyone who came and hung out
Oh,
with us
yeah.
tonight.
Yes.
Thank you for kicking off stream with a raid, Tribs. Thank you, Board Game Bard, for the great conversation and the
Yeah.
follow. We hope to see you here often.
I am sorry I was late. I might have a solution for that though. They're offering up the
Yeah, Shane told me.
Interesting.
Also, patrons, the
Patrons Night, tomorrow.
that too, and the pre-show was fire.
Yeah, the pre-show was very good. Highly recommend. If you are a $5 member or higher in Patreon, you get access to our pre-shows. I tend to get those uploading and going so that they're ready for you to watch in the morning because YouTube takes its time to process.
I mean, great stories, lots of conversations about cannibalism, and if you think you've heard it all, I crossed off a bucket list item that seemed much less likely than firebombing a police car, and that full story is in the pre-show.
It's worth the listen.
Just putting that out there.
But thank you all for coming to hang out. Thank you, Mad Claw, for modding. Appreciate the
Oh, yeah.
hangout. Yes. Thank you all for staying and hanging out with us tonight. I'll see you on Monday. The plan is to play the brand newly released Dungeons and Ducklings, which drops on the
Oh,
16th.
nice.
Bear Belly Games finished the game. They've been real excited to get it launched. I'm real excited to see what the full game looks like after having played the demo a few months back. So I'm super stoked for that. Be there for that. It's going to be a good time. Yeah. So I will see you all on Monday. Have a good night, all.
Good
night,
night,
all.
everybody. Thanks for coming out.